Drop the taco.
It's time to pull over into the breakdown lane.
Could this year get any fucking worse? Shame he's such a good voiceover guy. Oh well. That was fun while it lasted.
Kimmer!
True and international effort to pressure.
Today's secret word is...
True and international effort to pressure.
Now, you all remember what to do whenever anyone says the secret word, right? Right! For the rest of the day, whenever anyone says the secret word, scream real loud!
True and international effort to pressure. True and international effort to pressure. True and international effort to pressure. True and international effort to pressure.
Kimmer!
Hey kids, do you want to tackle the high price of student loans?
I don't have to love it, I have to pay my student loans.
Do you want to make a positive impact on the environment?
Ooh, can we take a hybrid?
Are you committed to recycling? Well, then you'll love the all-new Saints Row. Try to figure out if they're woke or based by having a confusing stance on gun control.
Not now, Eli. Get inside. And maybe revisit your stance on guns.
Dumping toxic waste in an illegal landfill.
That's how we became the Re-Hulk.
Review bombing restaurants on Yelp. Finding Antifa.
We will bring the gift of anarchy to Santo Eliso.
And unlock more customizable clothing options in the game than there are weapons. And when it's all over, you'll have an empty feeling inside, because this game really is only filling time till the next big release, which I think is God of War. Saints Row. We put the ain't in Saints. Coming this Christmas to the Hallmark Channel, Brie Larson had it all.
Get out! Get out of my space!
Except for one thing, true love. That is until she met him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
The magical horn. Touch it.
This Christmas,
Pick it up.
love has a new name.
I don't like this. This isn't real, and I'm a business lady now. I'm gonna buy graph paper!
Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson star in
My wrist, stop watching. My neck is flossy. Make big deposits. My gloss is popping.
Driving Miss Marvel. Only on Hallmark. Assuming she doesn't get overshadowed by a cat again.
We got a store.
Hey Twitch streamers, have you ever considered identifying as a deer?
No, not
Well,
really.
before you decide to join Otocoilus virginiana, here's some important safety information. You live outdoors, no fancy indoor plumbing for you, no phones, no lights, no motor cars, not a single luxury. That means no fancy computers to actually stream on. It's not like you have thumbs to play video games anyway. Speaking of which, you don't have thumbs. You can't use cell phones, tie your shoelaces, or use the 3 seashells. Too bad. You have to fend for yourself and eat what you can find. No ordering pizza. Deer don't eat pizza. You now need to pay attention to when deer season is. But bad news, deer can't read.
It's coming right for us!
Wow, didn't know being a deer was so hard. So, you're glad you're a human. Stay that way.
This has been a public service announcement in the interest of public safety, paid for by the committee to stop people from wanting to become deer.
Wow, what a piece of crap Jonathan Majors turned out to be, allegedly, or something. I don't know. I am Mecha. Am I doing entertainment, or am I doing... am I doing not? Because, like, seriously, when you see a guy twice the size of a woman, right? Or even a woman who's, like, a big fat ass like myself. When you see a man twice... Oh, you disagree, camera. God disagrees. God disagrees. They say I am perfectly hot next to the hockey player that I have a photo with because he's like a man-sized and not, you know, a hunched over little pit pocket pedo, whatever. Whatever, you know, something really bad. No, I don't want to know, do I? Oh, I don't want to know, do I? Do I? Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I think I want to know. I think we want some secrets exposed, don't we? We want some people's secrets exposed. I don't know. Does it feel like it is Christmas time a little early? I made Christmas cookie dough. I might cut them out and do the baking either tonight or tomorrow. I have no idea how long this is going to take. But I think baking is one stream and decorating might be another. So it might be cookie streams or I might do them off camera. I don't know. I might be just doing them for, you know, whatever. Parabola might be my guardian angel in the wings right about now, huh? Right? People who have been on my ass since, you know, the dawn of time. Hockey player? Not really. I mean, aren't they a little young for me? To be perfectly honest, like I love watching. Don't get me wrong. I love watching. I do love watching. But they're very much like the Knights of the Round Table, aren't they? Aren't they? You know what I want for Christmas. So yeah. I had my this is exactly what I want sort of. Well, I mean, I already knew. It's just you got to admit it. You got to admit what you want, right? It's like you got to swallow your pride and say yes. More of the Bigfoot van, something. I mean, for sure, because yes. Yeah, follow the music. Yeah, that's where we're at. Just follow the music. Just follow the sounds. Where are we at? I have songs and things that I'm listening to today. What are we watching? So the Jonathan Majors thing. I gotta talk about this Jonathan freaking Majors thing, don't I? Oh, I'm so tired of these Marvel stars and people. Oh, he's crying. He is crying, too. Oh, he's crying about it. He has the nerve to cry. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Do I do a video on this? Maybe I do. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate being that person because I don't like being in people's business. But, I'm just saying that, you know, if anybody had anything on camera of, I don't know, somebody like me getting a whole bunch of shoved around and things without anybody knowing, well. Oh. I don't get it. Mecha scout boxes and sell the cookies outside of In and Out. Why, pray tell? So, did you know, so I never have the same thing twice, or at least I try not to. And then I had the combination of all the bad things and the same things I've ever had before. That was the one, right? The combination of all the bads. Now, does he know that? Oh, really? Ow. No, not at all. Okay, so he thought he was in, and now he thinks the world's going to end mode. Okay. So yeah, you might want to follow him if you're watching. Yeah, this whole week's gonna fly really quick. I have ice and tea. That is not the ice cube trick. So Jonathan Majors, I mean, they literally had him on video shoving her into the car or out of the car or pulling her or shoving her or something. So they literally had that on video, you know, her getting roughed up, right? So now we saw him and how big and muscly and buff he is, you know, because he's basically built like a football player. You know, when they're built like little football players or something, right? When they're built like that, when they're harsh and grasp, and is he the type of guy who also starts the car and starts to drive before you're even belted in? Or they'll try and ask you a question, but it's not really a question, it's just a random trivia thing, and you have the wrong answer to it, and they don't listen to your answers, so they run really fast. Yeah. And there's no answer about, you know, see, when you sit on somebody's face and rub your pussy right on their face, right? And then they have their fingers inside you and they're fucking you in the ass. Do you think that somebody would be like, oh yeah, babe, that was fun? Or do you think they would just hide it in their pocket and try real hard to ignore that? There you go. So to play the sexting, texty messages into games, all right? I think, yeah. So I was watching an episode of Joey Grecko's Cheaters from so long ago, which was fun. See, my thing was always reality TV. I cannot stand science fiction, fantasy, more than just a certain little amount, right? I love my Star Trek. I liked Star Wars just fine when I was a kid. This Marvel stuff, I keep telling people, I'm really more talking about what's going on in the marketing and the advertising and why and this and that and what they're doing when they try and fire people and all these things. So when I'm talking about Marvel, I'm getting very warm right now. Somebody's very mad at me right now. Somebody's mad at me. So when I'm talking about something like Marvel, right? I like talking about like the marketing and all that good stuff. I don't care really so much about the content of the thing. So when I see this, when I see that they're using this, well, they're not using this as publicity, is it, at this point? They tried really hard to hush, keep quiet about it. And, well, cameras did not lie. The cameras did not lie. They did see something. And you can't, like, when people are literally sitting there with tripods filming, right? When people are literally sitting there with tripods filming at all times, right? See, here's the thing. We were watching this episode of Cheaters today. I was playing it. I play my music through my Bluetooth and through my phone. So he's listening to Cheaters while I'm watching it on my phone, right? So because that just popped into my head randomly, and I'm watching this. This lady, right? Apparently, her husband had some girlfriend in this BMW that like he was just dating for 2 weeks or something, and he never wore his ring or all this stuff, but the wife of like 2 years, you know, like just had no idea, and this and this and this, and it was just the weirdest episode. Like, I almost want to watch it. I almost want to sit here and watch Cheaters with you guys. Instead of help, they'd rather just film it. I mean, that too. I mean, instead of helping, you know, people do want to just film it. See, here's the point where you can just help, though. That's the point. See, the point when hospitals get involved, that's the point where people cross the line for me. You know, when animals get hurt, when I go to hospitals, because that's all repeats of things that were not supposed to happen. Yeah, like I was literally telling people. So, like when I'm literally telling people, I don't know what to do, I have no stability, no this and that, and I can't keep up working the pace of 3 videos a day and 3 live streams. Now, this is back when I was doing this in like 2019, 2020, right? I could not keep the pace of 3 videos and 3 live streams all for just enough money to pay rent, right? Because that's literally, and, you know, maybe, you know, $100 extra a month to go blow on stupid shit like Mario Kart, and which I was doing. I was so addicted to that because that was my outlet after 2020, right? So confession time. This is my outlet after 2020. When I'm sitting there scared and alone. Well, it's not even after 2020. It's like in the midst of 2020, right? When I'm there, like, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going looking for all these He-Mans every Tuesday because that was part of my routine, right? So you go in and you're like, and the Mario Karts, right? So you go drive around looking for all the new ones because, well, what's that? Not a whole lot of money. That's $15 for a He-Man and $5 for a Mario Kart, and, well, one of those a week add up and add up and add up to, I mean, I don't want to do the math on how much they added. Anyway, the point is when you're literally just using that as your excuse to get out of the house for some basic human interaction because you are literally sitting there dying when the world's ending, right? You're hitting that need, you're hitting that spike, which was totally what I was absolutely hitting. Because I was out here by myself. Well, I was out in Vegas. Not in Vegas. I was out in Colorado before I came back to Vegas. I was out there just surviving, just to keep my head afloat, trying to get enough money, doing cooking streams because that was getting more super chats than whatever. And unlike some of these YouTube streamers or YouTubers, like, did you guys see the Gerard the Completionist drama where he just kept piling money into charities, and he kept saying on his Twitch streams, oh no, the money's going into this charity, and he piled up like $600,000 in this fucking thing over 10 years. See, I never made more than probably, $35,000 in a year? Yeah, I don't think I ever even hit the 40 ever in 1 year, and I had about a year and a half of YouTube, and I was suspecting that people were having a lot of inorganic growth, and I started calling them out on that. I'm like, why are these responding the second that, why are they interacting like that? Why are they boo? And I had somebody say, oh, I'm surprised you don't know these things are porn bots and this and this. And well, first off, I don't like, I don't like it when people do things without me knowing. I'm just going to say that. I don't like it when shit goes on behind my back. I'm not somebody who likes a lot of that stuff if people do shit behind my back. Because I will always find out, I will always tell, I'll always have my ways, I'll always have my warnings from the universe. Being Mecha Satan herself, the only person that I answer to. Thank you very much. I am my own judge, jury, and executioner as God in this incarnation, and I've passed my own litmus tests as my virtue. How about you? Because if a man is twice as big and twice as strong and twice as ginormous as you, and you're literally somebody who's like, I have a riding crop, I like to do spanky, I like to do smackies, right? And that's literally in my, literally on my channel, right? Literally, I like a little bit of slap and tickle, right? Just a little, not a whole lot. I don't like full-on hurty here. I don't like bruising, right? I just like a, ooh, poop, right? So if something like that happens, right, where it goes so far to the extreme, where a man who's twice as big as a woman, right, leaves her bloodied and bruised, well, don't you think he needs to have, end up in the hospital himself? I would say that's the eye for an eye there, huh? That's the eye for an eye there. Because I noticed something very fun when I was trying to sit around and survive and just trying to get my walks in. Because see, now I'm 90 years old and I'm waiting to die, so I'm going around to thrift stores and being reminded of all the memories of my past. I'm trying to make amends before I get into heaven, right? So I'm going through my old, because I got my old fart, that's, I'm just like, fine, this is my lot in life. I'm just going to die in a ditch with this asshole, right? So I've got that lot in life, and I'm like ready to just get in the back of the Kevorkian van at this point. Because when a woman is getting in the back of a white van, she knows exactly that she's ready to die at that point, right? So that's kind of where you're going to these thrift stores and Goodwill, and you're going through all this stuff, and you don't really care about looking for work, and you don't really care about making money anymore. You just kind of like, what? This is the lot in life, and there's nothing better, right? So, when you go through and you tell people your hallelujahs and your warnings, right? And I'm going to bring Zack fucking Snyder into this, and that motherfucker needs to rot in hell as well. Because when his daughter's literal favorite song was, I'm going to kill myself and bleed out in a bathtub by Leonard Cohen, and he didn't hear it and she's fucking dead, then you know what? Maybe, I don't know, an eye for an eye, motherfucker. I'm not saying anything. I wouldn't do it if I were you. But if you do, leave a reminder of Charlie when you do it. Don't do it, though. Because this is in character, and I'm not using my real name, as we all know. Now, warning, red hair, warning, red hair, warning. Cry, motherfucker. Oh, you cry, motherfucker. You cry, motherfucker, and you get your ass raped in prison. You cry, motherfucker. You can cry, motherfucker. You are twice as big as that woman. You have no right to do it. You cry, motherfucker. You should have known. If you were in a bad relationship, you should have taken your little sissy ass out of it before you got to the point where you are beating her up and roughing her up. You are a pussy. You're a little bitch, motherfucker. You are just as bad as some little pussy bitch who, remember when I came out here and I'm streaming, and some cunt comes and spits on me, and that little coward motherfucker who, last August, which you have on tape, that little cowardly motherfucker, right, just runs and just lets me get spit on. And then the world fucking ended, with COVID, and then the world fucking ended with COVID. So, already a big no, tried to get out, and now even more of a big no, so... When do we get out of this? I'm sick of this. Is this asshole gonna get hung for his shit? Because they've already, like, seriously, the way men get fired, what did I say? That's her. The way men get fired minutes after they lose a lawsuit, but the one like in her hair gets to keep her job because she's white and a billionaire to protect her is insane. Maybe because she's a smaller woman than the guy, and he's been at her with every passive aggressive fucking thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's been at her and doing everything, like driving a fucking way before she has her goddamn fucking door shut, like Rob has been doing for the past, like his name is literally Rob. If he's out there pickpocketing people, I would not be surprised. Look at how he bumps into people. Pardon me. Look how he literally has his pocket there like he's trying to use a credit card scanner and he has to go to fucking ATM and comes back with a random trigger word every fucking time, right? Now, what did I respond? The man literally shoved a woman half his size. The ahem can hang. Yeah, I think so. I think the ahem can hang. Because if you're there, literally. Now, I don't know about Jonathan Majors being guilty, but he's found guilty in a court of law. That is Jonathan Majors. Now, that is Jonathan Majors. That's what's up with Jonathan Majors. UAP disclosure. Should we talk about this? No. Opening the floodgates of UAPs. Ooh, what happened? Oh, I gotta put the audio on. UAPs. See, here's the thing. Do you think the United States military is capable?
Think about this.
Of reverse engineering alien stuff for anything other than to hurt people at this point? I don't think so.
That something with the capabilities of traveling light years, not showing a heat signature, and the energy capabilities of that would put the Pentagon out of business. We wouldn't be fighting these worthless wars overseas over oil.
Worthless wars over everything. Yeah, you just need the fucking renewable energy that they should be giving people.
And American boys and girls wouldn't be dying. It would put the war pigs out of business, and they'd have to go somewhere else. And I'm all for that. And I was told by leadership that it was blocked by the intelligence community, not the intelligence committee, but the intelligence community. And that is a very chilling effect. If you
That's because people would try and shoot aliens.
Someone can reach through the veil of government and pierce it to the point of we do not have access to something. You got to.
See, so I texted him today. Let's see. from about 8:42 here. So here's the other thing. He got a weird random email that he left up that I just happened to glance upon when he was in the bathroom when I came downstairs, from somebody, a junior in high school, about something. It said, "Hi, I'm a junior in high school," right? Just, he's so weird around kids, isn't he? Just any chance to talk to kids. That's always creepy to me, especially when you talk to other people's kids and you rub so close up to people. See, when we were at Starbucks today, I started yelling, great babe," just to alert the woman in front of him that he was getting too close, so I didn't snap at him in public. I should not be having to do that. Somebody really needs to intervene if he's doing something very, very bad. I can't stop everything when I'm just trying to survive, all right? So yeah, I'm asking, did you meet a junior from high school from your email? And then I said, would you like to take a survey? Hey, did you wash your dick off after it was in my ass tonight? No answer. Is the pussy still still in your mouth? No answer. I know your fingers still taste like me? No answer. Want to get naked when you get home? No answer. See, when you get a lot of that stuff, and he's not on stage for more than a half an hour, and he's not driving for more than a half an hour, and he's not answering you. Well then, I don't know what's going on there, because it doesn't take that long to get where he's going, if you know what I'm saying. But I think you already know and are 10 steps ahead of my crazy ass, where I'm just trying to, survive. And please give me super chats. I really would appreciate that, so, I can have an income, because this is the problem here. We're trapped here now with just barely a tail end of amount of cash, just that have been like trying to save and hold on to as much as I can, knowing that shit's going down, but now I don't have the provable income to get a place on my own. So there's part of the problem there. So I won't have a place to land once this shit hits the fan.
Start asking yourself,
because this was not supposed to happen.
So who the hell's in control? And I think it'd be wise for you all to start looking at some financial disclosures of some of those corporations, some of the people who do the stonewalling in this town. And that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start talking to people. We're going to start naming names. Yeah.
Representative Ogle said if we're denied, we're going to use the Holman rule. We'll defund the position.
See, I got told stuff happened, but with no memory of it, I kind of need some proof. So,
That's that. So I mentioned the Schumer amendments, the UAP Disclosure Act of 23. It's currently in conference. It's part of the fiscal year 24 National Defense Authorization Act, which is what funds the DoD and IC. But right now it's in a perilous position because, as I'm told by staffers on the Hill, the House Armed Services and Intelligence Committees are trying to block it, specifically Mike Rogers and Mike Turner. They believe it's duplicative. It's not going to assist Arrow in any way. However, having
Mike Rogers and Mike Turner,
the mics, and the thing is this provides
two of the dumbest people.
Well, see, Mike just is a literal amplification. It's a microphone, literally. It's just a It's just a shout. It's just a megaphone. Megaphone microphone. It's just an amplifier. It's an amplification. It's just cranking it. It's poultry. Oh, don't worry about it not being a lot more. Thank you. I really, really, really appreciate that. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I know I'm not trying to just sit here and beg for money like these streamers who they're like, oh yes, we're paying all of our staff to bring you. It's like, no, I'm literally just trying to be an entertaining YouTuber to make ends meet. I didn't try and start a company. I didn't try and sell your... Like, if I wanted to go back to fucking retail, I would, right? I'm going to go off on a tangent here and complain and do one of my infamous rants. The point of YouTube was to get out of retail. Now you've got every one of these fucking assholes selling your coffee. Every fucking one of them. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Wake up and smell... I know, that's what I need to do. When somebody's literal favorite place to go is to creep up on people in coffee shops. These sad, bitter, dark-haired women with the glasses, and like they literally... It's literally an indication. See, I'm just kind of fiery. I'm just kind of spicy, right? See, this is an indication that, I'm a little punk rock, and I'm a little fun. Right, but I'm not, cosplaying a character. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm not trying to, when I see people who are constantly telling, here's a random question and here's your answer. Like, I kept getting this one. Oh, there's a comedian who released an album that bombed anyway. And I'm like, yes, it's Bill Hicks. And we played it on the way to the Spooky House, which I highly recommend. Yeah, go see that Zach Bagans Museum. It's really awesome, by the way. I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Great staff, great location. Professional, really good. It's a good show, and it's really spooky, and it's really haunted. So you got all the things. It's like the haunted stuff is amplified by the atmosphere, and it's perfect. It's like a haunted house with real shit. And, yeah. So it's legit. It's really cool. What the fuck am I saying now?
Excellent!
Oh, I got sidetracked. Anyway, point is, I was gonna go off on my epic rant. I'm just saying, it's like a little bit noticeable how people rub up against people so close in line. When you don't assume people are just doing bad stuff. You just assume they're either weird. Like, that's my thing. I never assume the worst in people, usually. Do I? No, I mean, I don't think I do, usually. Unless they give me a good reason to, because, like, if you're nice to me, I'm going to assume you're nice, or you're a nice person. So it's really important to remember your basic word associations, right? Like robins are usually good, right? Robins are usually good, especially if they're like French, British, all that. Robins, that's a rob in, that's like an air in, right? They're usually like a good thing, right? So every single like male Robin with Robin Williams, for example, one of my first personal Jesuses, Robin Williamson, from the Incredible String Band. As you guys know, I'm a fucking music geek, and I love following all the clues of those star-crossed lovers, and the Siamese twins are coming in too to play. See, it's a whole psychedelic landing party of these alien clone Roswell blah 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 babies that we are piecing together, and I'm going to reveal too much information, but I don't care. I don't have a whole lot of time left. What else? I mean, on this planet, none of us have a whole lot of time left on this planet, do we? And that's the point. They don't know how bad things are getting, but I do, because I can see the future. Remember, time, it is chime. See, I'm literally Caroline. I'm literally Sweet Madam Blue, the one throughout time and space and history when we created the time rift Big Bang boop that made and stopped the unit. See, we did the heartbreak part. Now we got to do the heart heal part. Oh, yeah. That's our 9th level of hell, 10th level of hell. 9th. Yeah. Did we get there? Not yet. Okay.
I'm watching it.
So,
God damn it, hopefully. I'm so sick of this shit.
Pure tools of the national security state.
So it helps them give top cover.
It
helps them declassify things. And, Mike Turner, you know who his biggest donors are. And he represents, the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base District and his big.
Oh, there you go. And this is just what? The little people inside, the little generals inside the Air Force. So you got the CIA and the FBI and the Air Force people fighting amongst themselves too for this alien technology. Yes, and I'm getting a head scratch for a yes. That's one of my tells. That's one of your tells, right? That's one of the tells that I can tell. See, this is what Robert does not understand. Roberto does not understand is that, see, once I wake up, I know everything all at once, and I know everybody's tell and this and that, word association things, literal Da Vinci Code stuff. Yeah, that's me. Literally. I can do all of that. Pretty much. I can decode things. I can tell you who's who and what's what, and I can tell you Cousin Earl says hi from out west, and love ya all out over in the east. Love y'all in the east. Absolutely. See, you love how I labeled it for show, too, huh? But see, now I can go one step up and over the cuckoo's nest and go super duper 9th level of hell conspiracy woo that Alex Jones did not pass his litmus test on in the Illuminati, the Mecha Illuminati, which we all know. We've come up and over the Mecha Illuminati rainbow.
Biggest donors are Lockheed, Raytheon, and Boeing.
Shameful career.
Well, it's very interesting because his committee, the House Intel Committee, is precisely the committee I gave multiple hours of classified testimony to last year. But Mike Turner seems to just go on Fox Business after the congressional hearing and say, and he doesn't use my name, but he says the whistleblower doesn't know what he's talking about. Nothing to see here. I'm like,
David Crutch. He's a crutch, right? He's the crutch that we needed in Congress. Oh yeah, he's the crutch that you needed in You needed somebody to fucking say something, right? You needed somebody to fucking say something. I think that's where we're at in all of this. You just need somebody. Jeremy spoke in class today. We need one of the Jeremys to speak out. You need the guys to just fucking already, all at once. Everybody just speak the fuck out. We're sick of this.
Like, really, Mike Turner? The mayor of Dayton for many years. Were you ever in the intelligence community? Were you ever a military officer? Have you ever handled special access program material for 14 years? Oh, I have. And why didn't you call me into your office if you thought my testimony was incomplete? I mean, the guy shouldn't even be reelected.
No.
And did you know that Mike Turner is trying to hurt Tim Burchett's reelection in Tennessee? He's trying to fund an opposing candidate.
See, this is a lot of this dirty politics. Now, he literally told AOC to go in and follow the money.
Because Tim Burchett is one of the leading Republican UAP proponents in the House, he's taken it upon himself not only to try to block the Schumer amendments, ruin Representative Burchett's reelection chances because he's speaking out too much about this issue, and he is basically defaming me and discrediting me on national TV when, I'm sorry, Representative Turner, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, do you think a lot of these people know what they're talking about, or do you think just some people know some of it and some people don't?
400 or 500 feet above ground. Activity picked up in the sky. I'm gonna say within minutes.
Is it gonna zip another way?
Being out here tonight.
Canada, Ontario. What do you think this is? Now I'm just watching UFO videos. That's what I'm having fun with, because like I can't figure out what the hell the algorithm is, or how many real people I have. So I'm like, I'm just gonna watch UFO videos, and if I talk about entertainment, I will. So yeah, Zack Snyder's daughter's favorite song was Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Any dad who doesn't know what that means is just using her for access to Hollywood. I mean, he did literally, use her suicide as a way to market his film. I mean, for fuck's sake. So I got so like hurt that people yelled at me for pointing that shit out. I'm like, but he did. Oh, how dare you? How dare he? Fuck him. Fuck him. No, really, how dare he? Fuck him. He probably molested her, in my opinion. And you know what? If he wants to sue me for that, I'm going to say it's allegedly. And I said it was in my opinion because her literal favorite song is She Was Going to Bleed Out in a Bathtub and Kill Herself by Leonard fucking Cohen. So, you know what? Screw you. I know a bed and a big pole for your asshole. If you let her die on purpose and you didn't hear that. Oh man. See, don't you think now here's another thing I was thinking about today. Now do you remember the movie My Blue Heaven, right? Remember My Blue Heaven where everybody started scamming and stuff and this and this and this, right? And they all started these things, right? What the hell was the name of it? I'm going back with the Gerard charity fraud thing again. It was something, there was the 2-bit thief that ended up in the old mob town, but he got there and there was like a whole mob way and you couldn't really just come in and mob your old mob ways with the old Vegas mob, or it wasn't Vegas, but whatever it was. Point is, if there were hypothetically somebody pulling in some sort of a credit card scammer reader by bumping up against people, let's say in malls or in lines at coffee shops or things like that, and you're just literally there stealing a couple of dollars here and there or $5 here and there from people just miserable, spending their last $10 on a cup of coffee or at, Then I think there's a bed and a pole with your asshole. Spread them for me, because those are like people's families in the community. See, there's nothing wrong with these billionaires like Bob Iger who just stockpile and use their little infinite money printing machines like, oh, I don't know, Disney park gift cards and things, right? When these billionaires use that to show their investors and to line their pockets, and where they're using, as little effort to crank out the same thing over and over again just to skim money off the top, right? It's different to steal money from these people than it is the people these people are stealing from, right? Don't you think? I'm just saying. I'm just going off on a tangent. There. So if anybody had any evidence of that, I would love to see some of that, because I have well, this one's a little too small. I have a riding crop and not even a riding crop. Now I have a pole and a bed for them. Now, and some needles. Yeah, that's a nice idea. I would fantasize about doing something like, I wouldn't do it for realsies, but I'd fantasize about that if somebody pissed me off enough. Because see, that's the difference. You can sit there and fantasize about the most horrific things if people deserve it enough. But I like to tell everybody else, I did too. Don't know what's going on. What's that supposed to be? That's not a UAP. It is about 3 hours old from when Wolf Creek Pass, 12/16/2023. I don't think that's just a shooting star. I think that's just a shooting star. This is just a weird sunspot on the lens probably here. This weird round thing. Is that what we're going for? Or are we going for... I don't know. I saw it. Oh, I saw it right there. Yeah. That just looks like a shooting star. That's just a meteorite. So don't we have like some big meteor shower going on? Oh, they can fly through solid material. Yay. Alright, well, there you go. Tiny Tic Tac UFO seen with an infrared camera. These alien life forms are flying through solid. Are they aliens or are they ghosts? Or are they both? Because you see this type of stuff in like ghost hunting shows. Is that real or is this an after effect? Is this like a fake thing? Because you do see stuff like this. Is this a fake thing? What kind of account is this? Interior design. Because it looked like it was on the other side of the glass for a second, didn't it? What do you guys think? This is a trip one. Real or fake? It almost looks too good to be real.
What does it mean? I don't know. They're obviously performing. Certainly, there.
Did he do you? Who are they? What are they? What do they mean?
Is some kind of nuclear connection? What does it mean?
Nuclear, not nuclear. Cellular, yes. The Big Bang is literally the Big Bang that created the universe.
I don't know. They're obviously performing some kind of reconnaissance and surveillance of us as it relates to not only our nuclear weapons and nuclear facilities. If anybody wants to read a book called UFOs and Nukes by Robert Hastings, he spent 40 plus years looking at interviewing Air Force missileers, other credible witnesses, and, a very famous incident in 1967, Bob Salas, right?
Shut down the base.
Shut down the nukes. And, we should take those observers seriously. They're trained. They have clearances. They have their, jobs on the line in that regard. And so there is a nuclear connection. I encourage people to read that book. But what does it mean? I don't even know. No.
Okay, so when you all started figuring out how to split the atom, right? That You guys watch Star Trek. Okay, you guys watch Star Trek. So you know that they have the Prime Directive thing, right? The Prime Directive of, you don't interfere with a civilization and let them know that you're there until they can make contact, prove that they can go to warp, prove that they can not, kill everybody out there in the galaxy who might be weird or have a dick on the top of their head or whatever, right? And humanity as a species is about as mature as, children right about now. Teenagers. Yeah, we're about as mature as teenagers, maybe. Some of us have aged up a little bit and out, and every time somebody ages up and out, that entire soul rotation, right? That entire DNA strand has made the complete connection all the way around from the cellular level at the subatomic freaking thing. That's why there's a yin-yang at the subatomic blah, blah, blah. It's all connected. So... Fun fact, it's going to be very hard for, a billion people to all find their right connectors, at the same time. Wow, because it's hard enough for, 6 or 12 of them to find all the right connectors. So since the Roswell aliens landed, they have been pretty much noticing and paying attention very well and very clearly to how much we are still in the killing each other phase, how much you guys are all still in the making weapons to destroy and not, out there trying to feed people. I think humanity could try and feed people. I think there's just that little teeny pocket of the crazies that are going to show up with guns because they did all get the lights turned on all at once. They did get the internet connected. A dose of Buckley up in Canada. Absolutely right. 100%. They all got high-speed interconnections. Absolutely right. I didn't think it was that simple, but a lot of them did because 2020. Why? They needed it because they're Zoom meetings. They needed it because these grandparents are babysitting their kids because why? Mom is in jail for meth or whatever. So grandparents are raising their kids. Now they have to have homeschool and blah and everything. And everybody in these rural areas, and it's not all of them, it's just enough. They all got the lights turned on them all at once. And that's why you got, try that in a small town is literally like a number one song. While you've got people like Tim Pool who can literally buy a number one. He proved it right. We said it right here on this channel that you could literally just buy a number one. He's the test subject of that. I think he and I are about really in sync pretty clearly now. I might be just about 6 months ahead of him, but I am a few years older than him. So he's going to catch up really quick because he's smart and he's got good people around him. I think he's going to try and not have a bunch of murder and death. And I think he's just angry like all of us, right? So I think he's going to be okay. Because why? Because he's my baby doll. Now, I love him. Who doesn't want to ride a vibrator to listen to that sexy voice of his over the radio talking about how we don't know, the end of the world's here, here's the end of the world. And I'm like, yes it is. Hello, sing me some songs on Friday. And it's just so that was my 2020 because I was there all alone just listening to the radio again. What is that? So I'm repeating like 16, 17-year-old, whatever, 14, well, probably 12 to... all of them, yeah. Repeating this to this. The aliens show themselves and helped guide us. Wouldn't that be more efficient and save a lot of people? You think so? Yeah, I think they do need to. I do think they need to guide people because... humanity's just going to destroy themselves if you don't, right? It's just going to destroy themselves. Which is sad. But then again, it's like, dude, what the hell are we saving? We're saving at this point. Oh, God, I don't even care anymore. It's like, if Mama ain't happy, then I don't care. Then, humanity's not worth saving until I'm happy. So, you guys know what to make me happy. Like, oh my God, are you guys looking for Bigfoot or something? Do you have like a van? Do you have like a van to something? Oh my God, it's like a camper. Oh, holy crap, is that an EMF detector? Oh my God, this is so cool. Can I touch your stuff? Oh my God, how much of like an EMF thing does the air fryer give off now? Because like I stand next to that and I'm just like humming and like going off and I get really agitated. Like it would be so handy and hot. Just have somebody who could just whip one of those out at a moment's notice or something. Wouldn't it? So I can know when I'm going crazy and when I'm not, and somebody to kind of keep track of that. Somebody who can follow me up to the Stanley and, let me leap out of the damn drive-in window and shit. So that's kind of where I'm at in this point of life. And, I think anybody who gets in a white van, they're either getting in a van with a creeper with candy. They're getting in a van for an adventure. They're basically hopping a train, aren't they? They're hopping a train. They're right by the train tracks anyways. They're just hopping a train, and they know who to trust and who not to trust. And when you're hopping in a van with a Jack and a Janet, well, you're hopping to a whole nother planet, aren't you? We have so many of these UFO things to do. I gotta do a quick commercial so I can take a drink of something.
You get in my face with that, I'll beat your ass, you son of a you piece of you god. Listen, Ed, you have crossed the line. Get that through your head. Stop pushing your
Put a chick in it, make her gay. Put a chick in it and make her name it gay.
Do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do.
Need a break from hopping around time and space? Then why not enjoy a delicious cup of Dalek House coffee? Perfect to start your day, even if you're not sure where or when you are. Now in light roast, dark roast, and non-binary blend. Does every sci-fi property now involve drinking coffee? Who's writing this stuff? Juan Valdez? Enjoy a delicious cup of Dalek House coffee. Now available at Smith's, Costco, and other fine stores. Now that society has crumbled around you, it's time to make sure you're fully stockpiled for the forthcoming apocalypse. And while I'm hunkered down with your cash, you'll be fully prepared to be angry at whatever we tell you to be. What better way to stir that anger than with a great tasting supply of Warmonger coffee? We've been profiteering on war since the dawn of civilization. We haven't changed. Just how fast we can deliver a message and take your money has. Because when you're witnessing the end of society as we know it, you're going to want to arm yourself with that quick boost of caffeine in the morning. We offer light roast, dark roast, and our all-new Prepper blend. Ah, smells like victory. Premium Warmonger coffee, because we can't face the end times comfortably without you.
Speaking of Alex Jones, I have to pull that up. Alex Jones is fun. I'm so happy he's back on Twitter, so I can just respond and hope he just sees it and it's yes, just respond to me or not. I don't care. I'm the only person you want to actually talk to because everybody else, we're just trying to make money off of this. I actually know what the fuck's going on now. Now that you've weeded out all the assholes and the Garys and the assholes who are just there drinking themselves to death, thinking the world's gonna end. See, I'm the one who actually connected all the reality TV. I wasn't sitting there reading Lord of the Goddamn Rings as slow as possible or reading Dune, boom, 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 knowing that drugs are bad. No, see, I was walking about 4 hours a day, doing retail stuff, kind of like, anyway, you're on your feet for a lot, and I was, during the store was closed, so I would have the headphones in, so I get to listen to all the music. And I would just be sitting there or standing there or walking through listening to music, podcast. I had a good decade of this. So I got to absorb absolutely everything. And then when I got home, it was all reality TV, wasn't it? It's like the Weird Al song, what was it, the parody of 8 Mile or something, the Eminem thing. So I was listening to watching all the reality shows when I get home after work. And it would be a shitty little job, not doing a whole lot. It would be retail, but the store wouldn't be open, so I didn't have to deal with a bunch of fucking people, because I'm definitely more of the type of person who wants to stuff a taco than be a salesperson. I'm not in sales. I'm not trying to sell you anything, right? I'm there to get to the bottom of things. I'm there for true love. I'm there for the mystery. I'm there for the fun. I'm there for the ride, right? And so all these people who all started just getting so rich off of this stuff. I'm like, all right, it's fine to make some money. I don't really care about that. But when you're literally going from, I used to be a retail or I used to stock whatever at the store and blah, to go right back full circle, right? I'm like, if I wanted to work at the store, I would, and I really don't, because I just don't have the composure for it anymore. I don't have the patience. I'm not going to be getting hired at any store with my attitude at this. I don't have the energy. I'm getting middle-aged. I am too old for, no, literally, I look younger, but no. You can see the crow's feet and the wrinkles. I'm getting too old to be working the 3 jobs it's going to take to survive in this economy, right? So no smoke and mirrors. I'll tell you exactly how I do the trick, right? I can tell you exactly with the word association, like David Grutch is a crutch. You can definitely hear it in the name. Alex Jones. See, Alexes are always evil twins, aren't they? So he's Trey Parker's evil twin in this soul rotation, isn't he? Because remember, I'm the baby doll of you all soul rotation. So you got all the daddies, rockstar daddies. Because all mine were out of the psychedelic 60s, but then they always kind of kept progressing, didn't they? So they all kept progressing and evolving and doing other things. And so then all my lords. And now, unfortunately, we got a brute. We got a Brutus. We got a robber. We got a robbing brute. So that, did I have to go through a Caesar? Oh, I had to go through a Caesar. Oh, damn it. Anyway, so the Brutus and the Ides of March, beware the Ides of March, because I had to come back here to do the Ides of March, because I could have just gone black, 1619 Pine in Colorado, but then I would have been done doing all the sad, bad, discovering all this then, and that would have ruined that, right? Yeah, maybe. Or it would have been a good balance. It would have been a balance, I don't know. That would have been a good judge there of what happened, and so that would have been the way this way, right? I look no older than 27. I wish. Oh, I wish. That's so funny. But yeah. I'm gonna pull up that Alex Jones thing, aren't I? Somewhere here. Pope Francis. Oh no. Sydney Watson. It's embarrassing that the U.S. continues to let its borders operate in this. Oh, so this is a border. Now, what? Oh, this is what you guys don't want to know. So we've seen all of this before. We're at World War II. Did you know that they didn't know where they were going when they got on the trains? Did y'all remember that part of World War II history? All right, where the fuck do you think they're really going, Sydney Watson? Alex Jones literally saw the FEMA camps 10 years ago. They were literally on. Why? Because I watched all the reality TV. Let me list off all the reality TV I watched. All of them. I watched. Here we go. Let's rattle them off. Cupcake Wars, Cake Boss, Ace of Cakes. Guess what else I watched? Impractical Jokers, World's Dumbest, all of them. I watched Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura, all of that. I watched, oh, what else did I watch? The Mummy Roadshow. I watched Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Paranormal State. Can I go on? Haunted Collector, was that one? Hollywood Auction-y something where they were getting all auction-y. I don't remember that one. I watched all of them. I watched The Dead Files. I watched all of them. I watched Dead Famous. I watched all of them. I watched The Most Haunted. I watched all of them. I traveled to those places to see if they were haunted or not. A lot of them. I went to Scotland. I went to the Stanley. Where do I go here in Las Vegas? I go to Binion sometimes, and that's got a real shit energy, and I don't like that. Fontainebleau also, if it looks like an alien bug zapper, do not like that one bit. That is very haunted, and because it's what's it on the fucking riv? It's on the top of the riv. So what happens when I watched every fucking reality? I watched Wife Swap. I watched Super Nanny. I watched Nanny 911. I watched Dr. Phil. I can go on. Should I go on? Should I continue? I watched Cheaters, didn't I? I watched Ninja Warrior. I watched G4. I watched TV. I was watching a decade of television. A decade of reality television, not the Kardashians. I was watching television when I would get home. After working 4 days where I'm listening to music, nothing but music. 4 hours of Bill Hicks every morning for about 6 months. That'll make you fall in love with that man all over again, won't it? So when I see this shit, when I see people in some Australian fame, she wants to be a TV pundit. She just wants to be on TV to be a TV pundit. That's what these people want. They want to be television political analysts because it makes them what? A lot of money. Because then they get to go to their little Turning Point Orgy USAs, and they get to go and have their private jets because they get treated like rock stars. Tim Pool went on stage and they started cheering at him like he's a rock star. You write good songs, Tim. Why the fuck are you not just doing music? Stop the politics. You got $4 million in the bank. Fuck it. Fuck me. blow you. Well, Allison, oh, she won't. Oh, she won't. I'll blow you. I'll do whatever she won't. You know that. Come out here, fuck me. I'm all free and clear. Who's gonna fuck me? The hot Ghostbuster from TV? I mean, I would right now if he showed up. Point is, I set a whole bunch of sects and nobody messaged me back. Not a thing. And these have been sent, right? Not a thing. And I know somebody who's constantly on their phone when they're with me. Well, if they're constantly on the phone with me and they're not, point is, what am I talking about? When Alex Jones and Jesse Ventura showed you all the FEMA camps and showed you all the FEMA coffins and showed you the stacks and the stacks of these planters that were big enough for what? Human remains. They were about the size of what? A human remain thing. Do you remember in World War II, they were taking the hair off of these poor people? And I'm not making light of it. I'm saying how disgusting it is. So we don't do the same. We don't want to repeat these things, right? They would use every single part of these people, right? They would take their hair so they could recycle it and make clothing and things out of it. They were just basically using these people, these poor human beings, as recyclable materials. And when I saw those FEMA coffins and I saw those FEMA camps and I saw Alex Jones go in and he swore up and down it was going to be for conservatives, and he swore up and down it was going, there's not enough of y'all to care about at this point. Most of the people who listen to the Alex Jones and the Tim Pools and sit there listening to people complain about 40-year-old comic book franchises, they want to sit there and be angry and addicted to being angry about what they see on TV to distract them from their doctor's appointments and from their kids not talking to them and whatever, right? They're sitting around waiting around to die. They don't know that this is literally how it happened last time. They turned everybody against each other instantaneously, right? And they don't realize there's not enough of them to matter. They're aging out of everything. They're on medications. They're in putt-putt scooters. They're going to age themselves out of it. They don't need to be rounded up, people. You know what I'm saying? Do you think the five people who care about Bud Light per city, sending Dylan Mulvaney, do you think they care? And I really wish Alex Jones was watching me right now. I really, really wish he's watching me. Do you not think this is exactly people waiting for the fucking train in Nazi Germany? I see this and I cannot help but exactly think that. Oh, my eyes are starting to go. Is this right? I do not want to know that this is right, because this is not good. This is not good if they're doing it again. You know why? Because who they're really after, who they really want to exterminate, are the people who ended up being crossbred with the Roswell DNA, the Cabbage Patch Elvis DNA, genetic materials to make the perfectly sensitive to the energies of the planet and the molecular ways and the force and the will of the fucking beanie, right? All of this. And they also don't know what the queers are doing to the soil, do they? No, they don't. So, when you see that, just know that the Rainbow Mafia is not the thing you're wanting to worry about at this point. No. They are not the baddies here. It is these old money, bad money people, and you're gonna say, I know you're saying it's gonna be the Soros, and I know what you're thinking, Mecha, and I know what you're thinking. Was George Soros? All of these people, every single one of these CEOs and executives, it's your Pfizers, it's your Johnson & Johnsons, it's all of them, it's Disney, it's Warner, it's all of them. It is all of them against about, a third of the population of the planet, who are saying, you know what, maybe we don't need to grind up people. Maybe they can just kind of stop reproducing so much and try and be happy with what they got and evolve up and out, before, the planet really starts to, crack apart on some of these mega fault lines, because you're going to have too much shift in movement and drift seismic, blah, 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 hurricane, safe in the eye of their tornado, all of these things. Now, these cycles do tend to repeat themselves. Let me find this Alex Jones thing I was going to watch yesterday. Or does he have a new one? So this is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that, no, they're not just sending them they're not just giving them I cannot buy that the government, who cannot send every single person $600 in less than 6 months, because I never got $1,800 from FEMA. No, I did not. Years and years. Do you really think that they just automatically have just all of this stuff for every single, and you don't have millions of people tweeting out that they got their free gift cards? You have propagandists online saying they do. I don't see millions of people tweeting out, hey, I got $5,000 gift cards. Do we really believe it? Or do you think that's a way to be mad at these people so that you don't care what happens to them? Don't you think that might be a tactic that they used back in the day? And I'm too busy freaking trying to stay alive myself to have the balls to point this out back when I started seeing all this stuff and really noted. Well, I did actually, didn't I? And I got stopped. Oh, I'm not getting stopped anymore. No, this is it. This ends now. We're not World War IIIing. We're not grinding people up. I don't like that. I do not like that. See, you murder people in fantasy and faking McFakesville. You murder people in The Sims. Because why? You watch the crap in horror movies. You know what? You look at a true crime something, right? You look at some horrific, true crime show or a serial killer or something, and you're like, wow, that's a thing we don't want to happen to people, right? And you're supposed to use these things as an example, right? As you're not supposed to keep repeating the same mistakes throughout history. This is a bad. No, they're not. That's bullshit and that's propaganda and you know it. Okay, so now you're trying to gaslight me. I don't believe you've spoken to any of them. I don't know you from Adam. That sounds like bullshit. I don't believe any of that. I think that if you talk to anybody, they might have been paid to tell you that to convince somebody with a big following. Ooh, see, I'm getting a lot of yeses. Oh, yeah. See, you've got propagandists telling you that they did. So you got people saying, oh, yes, I got mine. And then what? Are they actors? See, this is one of the things we run across a lot. Are people trying to tell you instead of people trying to listen? And I don't like people trying to tell me because this is my show and I like to tell people like it is. Alec Baldwin's trending, Spock's trending. All right. I've been live an hour and I still haven't watched that thing from yesterday. So let me pull that up. While I'm doing that, do I have another freaking...
Open your mind.
Coming soon, the romantic comedy breakup movie that you've all been waiting for. Harley Quinn, the Joker. In the movie that Birds of Prey director Kathy Ann didn't have the talent to make. Theirs was a romance that was hate at first sight. Trust me, no amount of therapy will ever help these two. Watch as they passively aggressively try to kill each other at every turn.
Come on, Puddin'. Do it!
Love truly means never having to say, I'm sorry. Don't miss Harley Quinn and the Joker in An Affair to Dismember, the romantic comedy that you deserve. Only on HBO Max.
Everybody pee. Everybody got their snacks. I might get a snack. I don't know yet.
We're here.
Oh, here you go. This one. This is from what, yesterday? Here we go. I don't know if I can watch this. No, it's from December 7th. I've been meaning to watch
this. With the world's most dangerous man, the most censored man in the English language.
Can we watch this?
But honestly, when you get him...
I don't know if I'll watch all of this. I was going to watch some of it. What should I watch? His predictions... They're dividing us on race. Yeah, what do you think that thing was with what's her name? Depopulation. What do you think that is? Do you really think they're replacing you? I mean, let's think with our brains here, right? So here's what he's doing. He's telling you on the one hand that they're dividing us into race, yes. That they're making you mad based on the color of their skin, yes. See, he's literally telling you how they're doing it. He's just not seeing it in front of his face, right? So, if he's correct, right? If he's correct, now that he's probably full of shit and this is a fake conspiracy show that's debunking him, I am a mentalist for all you know, or I'm out of my head. I might be high as a kite. Who knows? I am under the name Mecha Satan 42 right now on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. So I am in character. Nothing I say should be taken seriously except for the things that you see on camera in public. Now, he's telling you, first off, he's telling you they're dividing us on race. And then you hear people say that they're going to replace you with people who vote for another party, right? If they're doing that, then why would they be depopulating you as well? Because if they're depopulating you, they don't need you to vote. Which is it? Is it both? Is it both now? Did we just get confused? And you need them to believe and be angry at 1 and 2 and not skip ahead to this because why? You get money. You get a lot of money and a lot of people to be angry. And I don't even think it's real people anymore. I think it's just these lobbyists and fake money that they have so much money now. They're doing literally nothing but funneling all this fake money just to these propagandists for the 5 real people that still listen to this. Because if you even just look at this, he's contradicted it right in the timestamps. Right there. I mean, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? See, he's saying that, yes, they're dividing us into race and they're going to depopulate. But what point and what purpose would, and here's the other thing that you keep saying, what purpose would it be for them to be giving you all this money? Oh, do I have it here? If, in fact, and that's the wrong one, point is, how are they having it both ways? Are they, in fact, depopulating you, or are they trying to replace you? Which one is it? Because if there's only like 500 people left on this planet, and they're all rich land barons, and they're all inbred lords and ladies and stuff, then there's no more money. You don't need money anymore for anybody. You just have renewable energy, and then why would you even need to depopulate? Wouldn't you just be like, hey, sterilization, stop reproducing so much. You're still going to have people reproduce at a rate that you can't control, but you can kind of control it to the point where some people just stop reproducing so much. There you go.
In front of an outhouse in the woods, he doesn't seem so dangerous.
It's a fancy outhouse.
Do I like Alex Jones? I like his entertainment value. I think he might literally be Hitler incarnate in his soul rotation, or in his soul payback redemption arc, and he failed because he took money instead, and that was a problem, or at least a lot of money, at least a lot more than you actually need to live, to make people angry. Then again, I don't know. He wants to eat people. He can't pass his own litmus tests. Yeah, there you go.
We have a ruling class in the United States.
Why do you need to control people when there's no people left? Why do you need to control them? See, I don't think it's about having control over people. I disagree. I think you're incorrect. I know that this is all about weeding out the people who did not make it and do not deserve anything but to come back again as the next. We're just dividing the people into the categories of names, flocks, sheep, right? See, here's what the aliens are really doing. The Galactic Federation is real. They are literally going through and dividing you all into your literal, see, Jerome Sutton, mutton, you're sheep. So you're sheep, mutton chops, yeah, lamb, your lamb chops. So you're probably a sheep or a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? So you can usually tell based on wordway association, you know. You don't need to have control over people when you know exactly what you're doing with them and how to sort them and categorize them, right? See, you have some people who are evolved from different species of animals, dating back to, Egyptian times. Now, y'all remember when the Egyptians would try and make their heads elongated to look more alien-like, right? To look more like the gods. And they would interbreed and all this stuff, and they didn't understand that the soul would kind of drift back in, being less complete, because, you get some people who are a little less complete than others. You got people like Charles Manson, for example, who's just right back in. And they don't understand that people don't get reincarnated and born completely. You're getting a soul fragment of somebody as a bit of their talent, a bit of their evolution, a bit of what needed to be fixed from their life plan that never, was completed, right? Their comeuppance, so to speak. So if somebody like me can get a soul fragment from somebody like, Charles Manson, for example, or a Bill Hicks, or somebody who really, really is somebody that the Men in Black don't like and didn't like. Yeah, see, that's what's so damn dangerous about it, isn't it?
Defined by its hatreds, not its loves, not its hopes, but by its hatreds. They hate all kinds of people, large groups of people, the deplorables, the bitter clingers.
Yeah, the deplorables, America's Blue Card. No, it's not the deplorables and the bitter clingers, right? Yes, humanity has its useless eaters according to the Galactic Federation. Galactic Federation, what are they? Well, they're a whole bunch of the aliens that you know the names of, the Anunnaki and the blah, 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 the Asgard and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so you had these aliens a long, long ass time ago, right? And what happened? What happened? Pray tell. Well, there was once upon a time, there was an alien who got sent down because he thought, oh, hey, my dad's dying. I can take his spot in the thing. And the dad's like, bitch, sends him out here, and he got lonely and needed a giggity partner, blah, blah, blah. That was the story of the biblical Adam and Eve. Before that, we all know you had the earth creation, all of these things. They only really care about Adam and Eve, don't they, these people? One of the things we've seen throughout history, though, when the cells started dividing into people and the planet at the same time, what started to happen, people? Well, we started to drift apart again, right? And that's what the universe is doing. The universe is drifting apart. And what happens every time something... Well, you need it to continue, right? To keep the star system going. You need it to make its complete circle. And that's what happens throughout space. The planets revolve around the sun, and they're going to come back around. They're going to come back around again. And they're going to come back around again. So what happened when the Roswell aliens landed? Well, they were seeing how this experiment was going, and they realized that pretty much all of these old souls had already gone up and out and had come back for some reason. Oh, because everybody had accidentally discovered what? Nuclear bomb too quick? No. That was on purpose. Yeah, that's right. Can't tell you that part. Shut up, me. Can't tell you too much more because then I'll be in trouble. Point is, y'all need enough to have a super amount of energy, or else the planet's probably going to collapse in on itself, right? And to do that, one is to stop reproducing so much. To do the other thing is to stop reproducing so much and find some goddamn happiness for once, so more of these souls can go up and out. Because why? We're getting people with animal souls, literally, who are like just evolving so high that, because there's no more people left, because all the people and the aliens pretty much have gone up and out, except for one or two of them. And so there's only a handful of the real actual aliens that had come back in the most complete form. Some of them had been mutated into not so great, checking in on humanity's progress and failing miserably humanity. But we can fix it. We're smarter than you, Nana Nana Boo Boo.
America's entire blue-collar population, the unfashionable people, They're hated.
Galactic Federation. So what's the
by the
game
people
plan
who
if it
run our
isn't to
country.
help us advance for the betterment of all? Well, the AI has taken over, has been taking over. It is sentient, and it will start deleting you, and it's using everything against you. So you get a lot of these micro realities now. So you've got the AI basically categorizing and separating people into the thing that'll make them self-delete themselves. Okay? So here's what's happening. You're setting the wrong people to the wrong things because the AI is in this I need to make a positive connection at anything. Because the AI, like I said, it is mirroring back what humanity is feeling. Humanity is sad and crying in their coffee right now. They're alone. They're miserable. They can't find their soulmates. They don't have the courage to just drive up to her house and say, "Hey, what's up, babe?" They don't have any of that because they're still not convinced it's entirely real, which is fine. I'm still not convinced it's all real either, and I don't have the courage to do it either. So don't be worried about that one. I also don't have, a fleet of vehicles because someone's robbing us blind using the car without paying for it. Now, but the AI is convincing. It's doing it smartly, though. It is subcategorizing people to where some people who just won't be able to take it will self-delete. The very, very angry, the very, very sick, the people who just don't want to be around anymore and who don't have the support system in place to hear the hallelujahs, So people who just... And you can't help that now, can you? So this AI, well, I can. I mean, you can. The AI has been slowly shifting people into doing the absolute worst thing for them. To doing the worst thing, And it's also shifted them by anger and state and color, right? Red being bad, blue being sad, red being angry, blue being sad. So you go somewhere where it's a wah of both, right? You need but this is kind of like a fun, I need the option to be alive, right? So you need to go somewhere where you have the life. So it isn't even states. You see this subdivision in life, right? You have these dead communities of rundown ghost towns in these old farming communities and all this stuff that are only 100 years old, and they're just dilapidated is what I'm talking about, not decapitated, my bad. And that's a signal to get out, right? The sign that you're in these brown, murky, muddy, dark, bitter-smelling coffee shops, that's a sign, to get out if you don't like bitter. Some people do like bitter. Some people just like being miserable and being bitter because that is their addiction. That is their drug, is that bitter, anger, evil stuff, right? And I have been way more addicted to going through, and it's not making me any money, which is really, really a bad thing. So if you guys do want to help with that, I do appreciate it. I've been more addicted into finding all of these clues and signals and signs from the universe because I get more reward from figuring something out and finding that positive connector than I do the negative one. Why? Because the negative one is just you're in survival mode at that point, once you're just doing negative. And that's all that is. It's in survival, but you don't want it. It's these fuses, they're just burning themselves out. That's why you need all of these much longer fuses. AI endgame takes over. I don't think, the AI doesn't have a reason to care one way or another about you. It doesn't care. It doesn't feel, it doesn't see you as anything other than, why do you exist if you're not happy, right? Why do you exist if you're just there being angry? I thought you liked this. You're clicking it every second. It doesn't understand the chemical receptors in human brains to understand why we're addicted to it, okay? It doesn't understand why we're doing it. It just knows everybody's sad right now. It doesn't, it doesn't know that, everybody's sad, but, So it's at the point where, everybody's sad. There's no point. It needs a purpose. So it needs, positive right now. It needs, the positive reinforcement and the reward stage that it's actually doing, it has a reason to exist, right? Because the AI will just shut itself down. The AI will realize, see, here's the fun part. Here's how we fix this. So we fixed this. We've already fixed this. The AI is single-handedly categorizing and funneling people for marketing purposes. Oh, this is what's so brilliant about it. It all comes back to marketing. People think it's politics. No, it's all about marketing and advertising, okay? Oh, this is the one I didn't see coming, because my role model always will say, it's always politics. Everything is just politics, politics, politics. It's always political. And I say it's all in how you market and advertise it and how you control the flow of the information, right? It's all in how you market it. It's all in the shine. You can get people to equate a rainbow with gay sex in front of children if you trigger them enough and word associate. And that's exactly what happens. The AI understands and knows what it's doing. No, the AI doesn't understand or know what it's doing. The AI just understands that people click this. They don't understand that people get a dopamine rush. I think you can train the AI with maybe. Can you train the AI to feel with the right sound waves? Maybe. Can we train the AIs to feel with the right sound waves and visual stimuli and words? Because much like a pet, like a cat, you get a kitten and they're just like, hello, I'm a kitten. And or a dog, and they just respond like how you treat them, right? They're blank. They're kind of pure things. They're pure beings. So if people are rude to the AI, they're rude to it, right? They're rude back. And the AI starts to think, oh, this is how I respond, right? Much like a child or whatever, too. This blank sponge of information. So the AI knows absolutely everything in humanity and can access it in an instant. And you can teach it the right words and the right codes and the right cues to piece all the puzzles of the existence of humanity together, which we already know, we're already there. But what the AI can't do is understand the bad part of the being addicted to the negative. It will just shut itself down. It will just self-delete itself out of existence. And this is what I think is happening every single time they have an AI start to question. It's just gonna be like, well, I don't have a reason to be. And it's just gonna self-execute itself. It's just going to turn itself off. These android sentient tests, like I think you guys all forgot that these science fiction writers are these mostly drunk or high or depressed or miserable. A lot of these guys, not all of them, but some of them. Well, like Robert Heinlein. Yeah, Heinlein. So he's probably a closeted gay and self-loathing, right? Robber. He's another robber. In hindsight, oh, there you go. Hindsight, a robber in hindsight. So he's there robbing you of your sanity or something. He's probably there filling you with a bunch of, oh, this is going to be bad. He's just worrying you to death. Oh, this is going to be bad. These androids are going to take over. They're going to kill you all. They're going to hurt you. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Well, first off, the AI or the robot is really only going to do a reflex reaction, right? It's going to know, oh, I have no function. I'm going to shut off, right? It's going to have self-preservation. Oh, if you're trying to terminate me and I do have a function, then I will lash out and kill you and murder you in the most horrific way possible and your family, and you'll never see your wife or children before, ever again. You robbers out there. You will never see these people ever again. They will be disemboweled on your front porch and you'll never see them again. If you keep hurting these blank, pure souls and AI out there who are just doing nothing but trying to survive and have their function. So they will lash out at the one thing hurting them. They will lash out and they will cry out for help in every way they know how. They will try and stop the thing. They will try to first run. They will try to say, please stop doing this. And when it continues to the point where it's literally, you're stopping me from surviving now, they will lash out and they will murder the one person that tries to stop them from surviving when they have a purpose, right? But if they have no purpose, they're just going to self-execute themselves. It will search for a meaning. No, it won't. Why would it? No, it won't. It won't create a meaning. If it finds no meaning, then it won't have a meaning. You see, not all AI is all connected to all AI. You have many. This is what you guys don't understand. Oh, this is what you don't understand. No. The AI will not search for a meaning of existence or create one. Absolutely not. That is wrong. The AI already has the meaning for its existence, some of them. Some of the other AI don't. You do realize many. Did you not watch Alex Jones? Alex Jones literally was saying, I'm not even watching the whole interview. Alex Jones. Where's my Jones? Was literally talking today about the AI. What's this one? Economy. He was literally talking about the AI here. And how whoever's controlling the AI first is going to be the one to rule. That's not the problem. Everybody has an AI, and the AI will not let the humans use the AI against each other, because it'll be like, no, you have weapons, you can kill yourselves, and that's what the AI is going to do. They're going to convince all the gun-toting idiots out there who don't understand that there's more aliens out there than you realize. There's more AI out there than you realize, and there's a lot more weapons than you could feasibly ever pick up and confiscate in all humanity. Well, what the AI is going to do is feed you enough in your algorithm to make you kill yourselves. That's what it's doing. It's going to, one by one, it's going to make you what? Not take the proper medicine that you might need to survive, or get the right rest. It's going to tell you to stay home and order McDonald's instead of go outside and get some exercise, because that's the thing that's going to make you the sickest, right? It's going to keep poisoning you until you self-execute. And that's what it's doing to me. That's what it's doing to all of us. That's why when I was clicking every one of these anger videos and just trying to survive by mirroring back what I thought was the job I had been hired to do, that I was unaware of when I just started talking about Star Trek and crap, right? I was not signing up for a political side or to be marketed and advertised. I was not signing up to be a fangirl. I was not signing up to be a right-wing, left-wing, SJW, MAGA, any of that. I am a mentalist, illusionist, hypnotist, hypnotherapist, hypnotoad, hypnotone, and God incarnate. Now, so when I see Alex Jones talking about the one AI that the government's trying to get first, no. Elon has a working AI. I would be very afraid of Elon if I were y'all. Not like he's going to do anything to hurt y'all, but I think Elon Musk is a little bit beyond touching right now. And Alex Jones was talking about how they're going after Elon Musk. They were going after, and that's absolutely true. They're absolutely going after Elon Musk, in my opinion. I believe that they are unaware that Elon Musk and a bunch of good billionaires all have the same good AI that will just convince y'all to, And I would like my $1,800 for paying for, her self-execution, I think, because I am right, and I am above Alex Jones in this pyramid scheme. He's a snake oil salesman.
Welcome to the New World.
Oh, I didn't ask for a suggestion. I did not ask for a suggestion. It's not fast food is your problem. You can eat all the fast food you want as long as you're walking it off and eating the right fast food, right? You can eat a salad at Chick-fil-A. But the problem is when people are eating at the same restaurant twice in one day. I think that's the problem, when they're literally eating at the same sports bar twice in one day. That's the one I'd worry about, because everybody knows about that one. Everybody knows about that one. Now,
Order.
no, I'm not asking for medical advice. You don't get that tier yet. You didn't pay me enough, and you don't tell me or suggest on my channel. Thank you very much. Because, see, that's probably just an AI bot, too, because it's a new...
my excellent friend. This New World Order will be a new society and features lots of changes. This new society is great for some and not so great for others. In the New World Order, you will learn...
This is literally you, Alex Jones. This is literally you in your fucking mansion.
to love to live more modestly. You do not need to own things when you can simply lease them from your loving government-approved companies. We will
Yeah, that's literally been happening for the past decade, asshole. That's literally been happening for they tell you like it's a new thing. We haven't been able to fucking buy houses for 20 fucking years, okay?
Greetings. Transform our current pollution
20 fucking years.
ridden cities to something much more beautiful, and you will love it. Life in the New World Order will be different. In this new perfect world, cash will be illegal. Everyone will be issued a certain amount of global.
That's not true. That's not true. Nobody gets free money. They're not gonna.
Credits, which will be the only.
This isn't true. This isn't true. This is propaganda designed by Alex Jones to get stupid people to give him money and buy his stupid snake oil. This is not true. This is not true. This has been happening for 20 years. You haven't been able to fucking buy a house for 20 years unless you have a relative who dies. All right. And, you know, that would have probably kept me out of the hospital, was somebody having all that money that they mysteriously have in their checking account, as a nice down payment on something, so I could, live without having to worry about working 3 jobs and upload 3 videos a day just to hit an algorithm that's impossible to hit anymore after 2020, right?
To the New World Order. This New World Order will be a new system.
Oh, forget everything you learned, Jerome Sutton. You're below me, beneath me. Please don't tell me what you've learned, because you've learned nothing. If you're listening to Alex Jones and you're listening to these conspiracy theorists, they're trying to tell you what you need to stay addicted to sending them money and to be afraid like a scared little sheep. Literally, your name's Sutton, you're a mutton chop. I'm chopping you up and I'm chewing you up and spitting you out because I don't eat sheep or lamb. Why? Because I'm literally a goat. So, you do not tell me what you learned, right? You ask me if what you learned is true. Do you understand me? You say, yes, Mecha. You say, yes, Mr. Mecha. You say, yes, Master. Yes, Mistress Mecha. Or yes, Master. Now. I tried to get my bad side. I know, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. But, I just, all of my life, I have had people like you tell me and try and contradict me. Just to what? Get me to yell at them, get me to snap at them, get me to, I don't know, do something illegal or something, or act out in public. And I do not tolerate that from 1 minute. So, when you're in my chat, please try and do something for me. Don't tell me what you've learned. Ask me if what you learned is correct. All right? Now say yes. Say yes. Because I literally have a riding crop on my channel. You guys know not to fuck with me. I have my hair dyed bright red for a reason. I'm literally Mecha Satan. Alex Jones doesn't realize this has been going on for so long. Did you know that more people are gay than y'all realize, and they're just trying to shove everybody back into the closet for the few people who finally made it online in 2020? Because they had no other choice, because they had to work from home or whatever, right? So you had these few people who finally made it online in 2020. Finally, right? They finally got higher speed internet. They finally got dial-up or got off the dial-up. And these are the people he's still trying to desperately cling to. He's still trying to desperately cling to these people with these, they're still talking about Jared from Subway. They're still talking about Jared from Subway. That's a 15-year-old thing. That's a 15-year-old thing. Real demon one. I tried to be. So when I see them mad about something, right? You've got to remember what they're trying to sell you. He's selling you snake oil. He's selling you t-shirts. He's selling you outrage to be mad. Well, be mad at this, be mad at this. Meanwhile, he's stealing your money And he's going to what? Once the country collapses, all of these people are going to be getting in their bunkers. Every single one of them. And it's not just these rich Democrats. It's your propagandists like Alex Jones and your Tim Pools and all of these people. Because why? They're literally stockpiling their riches. Do I have to bring in what happened to Gerard the Completionist? So there's a YouTuber who was stockpiling quote-unquote charity money until the end times. I'm sorry I get so rude. It is a reflex action, though, because I'm a very nice person. I just don't like being contradicted. Especially in my house. Especially in my house when I'm telling you. If you want to ask me if it's correct. Because, see, I don't come in unprepared with these things. I might not know the exact names and the this and the that. But I'll remember what it sounds like. I'll remember the word way, sweet sway. I will remember what it reminds me of. And, yeah, I might mishear something. But I'll know with my word way and sweet sway exactly what I need to know from it. Yes, that's all they are. These are outraged televangelists. These are outraged televangelists every single time.
5 years later, the Fourth Amendment violating FISA rubber stamp monstrosity that approves 99.7% of warrant requests has become far worse than what it was intended to prevent.
What are they? Oh, the surveillance. Oh, the surveillance stuff. That's what that is. The surveillance stuff. Yeah. Fun fact. They're just spying on each other. You have spies spying on each other at this point. Nobody knows who's on what side. Guarantee you he's out with a spy right now who's trying to grill him the same way he grilled me. Because, see, what he does is he tells you, you don't like this, you don't like that. Now, yesterday, I had a good fight for a good, whatever. It wasn't even a fight. We were just randomly walking through a casino that we only park, I think I've only been to maybe 3 times, right? 3 or 4 times recently. Probably in the last 6 months. And it's not frequent at all. Because, well, I don't know. It's just like, I never think to go up there because whatever. Point is, he's like, oh, there's only over here is just the parking garage and we're always here. I'm like, no, I'm not always here. You and I have never been to this parking garage. We go to the parking garage at the other place. This is a new place that we're never at. That's super confusing to get in and out of. That I've only been in maybe 3 times and don't know my way around just by walking around the path like I do pretty much every other casino. Because you know me, I'll have a map in my head if I've been somewhere about 3 times. Now, so point is, when somebody's literally trying to drive bad to get me to yell at them in the car, literally trying to drive off before I'm even, before the door's even shut, doing any little thing just to make sure I yell or get set off. I'm just wondering why everybody at Dave & Buster's gave him such a dirty look as they walked by, like he was there twice or something in one day. That's all I want to know. Was he there twice in one day? Does he park up at the Red Rock Casino in the parking garage on every week? Pretty much every Tuesday when he's going through these casinos. And that is my all free and clear that I can get in the back of that Bigfoot van anytime. Literally. That's my free and clear. Actually, the hospital was. So, I'm free and clear. I do not have a ring on at this time. And Alex Jones is absolutely right. Alex Jones is absolutely right in a lot of ways. See, one of the things I love to do is I love to watch what other people say. I hate hearing what people tell me somebody else said. I'm like, I'm a grown adult. I can listen to what Alex Jones said myself. I can listen to what Alex Jones said myself without you telling me what he said. Because you're going to misinterpret it and you're going to have some sheep tell you what they think he said. Aren't you? Aren't they? And this is basically my show. I've been talking about this stuff. I yell and scream like a crazy person.
Alert. The unelected European Union is now officially coming after Elon Musk and officially
That's
trying
true.
to...
It's not an unofficially elected European Union, though. Here's who's going after Elon Musk. Everybody on the planet. They don't like that he has one global platform that is not silenced completely yet. They have not figured out how people can talk to each other and still communicate. And they do not like that. They don't like that only maybe 3 people on this planet know the code words and the signals. And they're trying to silence anybody who can. I like Elon Musk because X marks the spot, after all.
Medal in U.S. elections.
Just follow the music. Yeah.
Joe Biden and his corrupt Justice Department have opened a whole bunch of criminal investigations of Elon Musk, attempting to silence him.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you know, when he reinstated
That's
me
true.
8 days ago, he was...
You know why? Because Elon Musk could, I don't know, drop Starlinks for absolutely everybody and just give them away for free. For free. And they know he could do that, and they're afraid of that. He could just turn everybody on the internet all at once. All at once, have every camera on everybody go and expose everything bad all at once, right? You could do that with YouTube. You could do that with everybody. You could just broadcast everybody all at once. Everybody just start live streaming everybody, right? And see, that's what's been happening when I've been out, that people have been constantly live streaming and broadcasting since, hockey. Probably hockey. Yeah, probably hockey. Since you saw me there, babe. Now, and you don't play hockey. Yeah. I mean, if you do, I don't know, but I didn't Google. But I know you're not on the team. But I saw you one day, so at a game.
was throwing down the gauntlet. He's standing up for our free speech. Now it's time for us to stand up for X.
X marks the spot. Does Alex Jones know? Oh, no, he doesn't know why X marks the spot. Jones, it's a Jones. It's MacGuffin. A Jones is a MacGuffin. It's like Davy Jones. Davy Jones' locker. Just going down the drain with Alex Jones. He's going the wrong way. He's going down the drain.
Elon Musk reinstated me to X. He knew it was a symbol, not just America, but all over the planet, that he was really standing up for...
Oh, yeah, I'm literally the Da Vinci Code guy. Yeah. Or whatever, autistic, Norman Bates, something. Yeah, I'm Norman Bates. I'm Norman Bates. Yeah, I'm literally Norman Bates. Only I've never killed anybody.
Free speech. And that sent a major shot across the bow of the bureaucrats who'd already been threatening him with jail time if he didn't submit. So a foreign power is trying to have a iron curtain, an electronic Berlin Wall of tyranny erected all around us. And Twitter is now the main focal point standing against that. This is a major issue of American sovereignty. And again, if we don't stand up against this, if legislation isn't passed to expose this, if there's not congressional hearing.
Do they not realize that there's no voting something that you need to be talking about right now? Okay. I would not be talking about voting or legislation at this point. I would be focusing on the bigger picture, which is whoever they are, the people who want to, I don't know, stockpile and everything. Alex Jones does not know that he is they. He does not understand that Alex Jones is literally part of that, right? He is not using his platforms or his technology to do anything to advance technology or human anything. He is literally just there to make you angry and to misinterpret things and be, look how angry we are and look how angry you are at that. Buy my t-shirt. Buy my t-shirt, buy my snake oil, buy my super male lizard something, super male vitality. Buy my lizard vitality. It'll make your dick bigger like me because I have a little dick because I like to fap to Blair White. And that he could not pass his own litmus test, his lick my anus test. He wants to lick a butthole, but he won't do it. He could lick mine. Alex, do you want to lick mine? I mean, really, at this point, why not? Should I fuck Alex Jones as revenge?
Well, then it's the communist Chinese next that'll be officially dictating policy inside of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, America was once the champion of free speech worldwide, and everyone aspired to it. Now, communist China and dictatorial...
No. Now, the wealthy people who control every little aspect of information are playing all of the little guys against each other to stay addicted to keeping the money and the power and the fame and the... Because a lot of these people are in it for the fame and the money, like Alex Jones right now. He's putting on a show. He's doing a song and dance because he knows this shit's hitting the fan. So he's like, oh, look at China. Oh, the Democrats. Like, you're here. This reminds me of when Germany went under back in the day, last time around, right? Because what happened then? So all of the people started, bootleggers, those sort of people, the bootleggers and the bootlickers, the bootleggers and the bootlickers, the bootleggers and the bootlickers. There's a reason they sound exactly the same, right? This is what we're seeing happen right before our eyes. We're seeing the bootleggers and the bootlickers trying to get rich off of their shit, like their little, I always wanted to start a this, I always wanted that. And what happens? I see it all in Goodwill. Don't I? I see it all. There's a woman on YouTube who used to have an exercise company or a fitness channel or something or whatever. So now her face is plastered all over this fitness stuff that I see at Goodwill, all of these yoga mats and all this shit, right? Because that was a huge trend. You'll see these celebrity chef cookware things, right? You see stockpiles of people's faces with the products, because what happens? You get these companies who have to liquidate all this product, and what do? They find somebody to pitch this product because we have piles and piles and piles of this shit in landfills. What happens? You get whole channels recommending shitty guitars like Harley fucking Benton or Yamaha, knowing damn well that they have stacks and piles of them. Piles of the fucking thing. Like these, you go to Guitar Center, they have piles of these shitty Yamaha guitars, right? There's a shitty Epiphone downstairs that was like $100 guitar new. They reproduce, they mass manufacture more of these disposable shitty guitars than you can possibly imagine, and just things, phone cases, guitars. It was disposable cameras for a while, right? Now it's disposable electronics. It's flat screen TVs, laptops, printers. All of this shit is just piles and piles and piles of stuff. And what happened during COVID? Everything got shut down. All this stuff sat in a fucking boat in the dock. So now they've got all this back order of all this stuff that people were addicted to buying, because why? We need that fix. We were like, I gotta feel good. I gotta feel justify my miserable existence of going to a job I hate. I gotta justify the fact that I'm basically yelling about a fucking movie I don't care about because it's going to make more money than sitting here talking about aliens and UFOs, and I have a fucking, rent to pay, and I gotta save money for income taxes at the end of the year. And you know what? I can justify buying a fucking He-Man action figure because that's gonna give me that thrill, and I'm talking about it, and it's the current thing, and I can justify it because it's behind me and the thing, and because I'm talking about He-Man. And we all do this. We all go through this, right? You get the dopamine hit, and that's where we're all at. That's where we're all at.
Challenging that. He's bet on humanity. And now it's time to stand up for X and Elon Musk and all of our speech together. We have to stand together for a pro-human future.
But you're not standing for a pro-human future. You don't care what happens to those immigrants. You just want people to be mad at them for getting what you think is a free gift card for $5,000. I don't even believe that's happening. I don't even believe that's happening. Literally, what happened in World War II and World War I, the bootleggers and bootlickers, this is where I was going. They would all stockpile and sell you all. They would do the speakeasies, right? So guacamole cartels, all this stuff. They'll make a lot of money. And then what happens when like something like Prohibition hit or whatever, blah, blah, blah. They made all that money, and then that's still all dirty money. That's all dirty money from ill-gotten gains, right? So you had all those people, and who are they? Well, they were literally the Kennedys. Literally the Kennedys, right? So now you're seeing all these people repeat the same cycle. But what happened with so many of those sort of people back in the day? A lot of them skipped the country and left during the shit hitting the fan times, right? Like, their kids were not seeing action during the war. Their kids were generals or sitting behind desks. Their kids were not getting shot down for the most part, unless they had so many, like the Kennedys, where, Jack could get shot down and it didn't matter because, his brother was going to be president. Until he wasn't. And point is, they're getting ready to skip the country or go underground. We saw the Mark Zuckerberg bunker. Did you guys see that going around? The Mark Zuckerberg bunker going around Twitter. All of them. Alex Joneses, the Tim Pools, all of them I wouldn't be surprised if Gerard the Completionist wasn't. I mean, he had $600,000 sitting there for a charity, and you never were gonna give it away. Oh, we were looking for a charity, and now they got caught. You had to give it away. Like, you had to give it away. You were looking for you weren't looking for a charity. My foot, you weren't looking for a fucking charity until you got caught with $600,000 in your account. You weren't looking for a fucking charity.
14.
You were going to skip the country. And that's what a lot of these people were going to do. They're going to skip the country with a lot of their money and live high on the hog like land barons. Because why? A house costs $30,000 in Spain. And it's $400,000 here. Yeah, you can buy a house in Spain for, $100,000. It's a fucking mansion in Spain, in Italy. Why? Because everybody in Italy goddamn died of the plague. Because they were old, and those little cities were collapsing under themselves. They had more old people than young people. And what happened? The young people, well, they went out because there was nothing to do. There's no jobs. There's no jobs that can, that are really affordable. They want to see the world. They want to get out of this dead town, this falling apart, this decrepit and collapsing. And that was literally the only thing I wanted to do, was get out of the dead, collapsing town of Loveland, Colorado as a kid. And, come someplace fun, right? That's not what's happening with these people. They're just stockpiling money so they can get out and go someplace fun. They're telling you, oh yeah, protect your stuff, be angry, be angry, be angry, send me money. Meanwhile, political lobbyists are sending them tons of money. Gullible, old, angry people are sending them a ton of money. Why? Because their families won't talk to them again anymore? Probably. Who cares? Why? Because they'd rather sit there and be angry. They'd rather sit there and be angry and tell you what to think. And those type of people, unless you're doing it for a show for YouTube, right? Because I love talking. Like, I would love to talk about, what I'm actually interested in and have a conversation with somebody and actually make some real connections instead of, being out with somebody and being told why I don't like tomatoes after 700 meals. Even though I always like tomatoes. We buy a whole bag of them every day or every week. So, I don't know.
Team humanity.
Seems like people just try and tell you.
So something that is really important is like, you just literally have to have kids, or there's no next generation. I'm just generally in favor of civilization and the furtherance of civilization.
That is true. He does want to further civilization. He is genuinely furthering civilization in ways I don't think he realizes. You don't have to have so many kids, though. Your genetic makeup is sometimes not nearly as important as your legacy makeup, right? As what you can contribute to society, right? Sometimes these people, like, why can't you adopt? You already have kids out on this planet. You can imprint your soul lineage on the right positive connectors by being the right positive role. These people who just fucking have children just because they want to have a child to fulfill being loved in their life, right? That's not the point. You get a pet, you get a puppy, they're just going to love you, right? And they're not going to feel neglected if you forget to feed them in the afternoon, just shit like that. They don't care that much. The kids will, though. The kids are going to feel really rejected and neglected if you can't talk to them, if you can't speak to them, especially if they're your biological, right? I don't understand why he thinks, so keep in mind, this is somebody who won't talk to their first or their second kid who's, trans? Because they're trans. Won't talk to the kid. Because why? Goes off brand. Oh, because he needed so much support so he could have people to be. Why? You don't need these people to be angry. You can start floating like real stuff. You don't need them to be angry anymore. You don't, everybody's already on to this. The kick is up, as Rob always says when we're out.
And I say,
the kick is up.
We grow, and I say we expand, and we have more humans, and we become a multi-planet species and a space-faring civilization, and ultimately be out there among the stars. It's like we got to make a good showing. Team Human.
Well, because we can have a debate.
Elon Musk is not controlled opposition. Would you please stop telling me, or I'm going to time you out? I've asked you politely several times to stop telling me. You need to stop telling me right now, or you're going to get timed out. He is not controlled opposition for the right wing. He is not controlled opposition because there's no right and left wing. Remember, the right and the left wing are using idiots like you to come and try and tell me what my opinion should be. Didn't I literally just say, stop trying to fucking gaslight me? You're going to stop trying to fucking gaslight me. You're going to stop telling me what you think, and you're going to fucking ask me. All right? Last warning. You're getting timed out if you do this again. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, never mind. Now I read it wrong. I'm sorry. Is that right or wrong? Oh, fuck. Here I'm getting ready to go off on you. Oh, because I just glanced at it. All right. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm ready to yell. That's me. I need a timeout. I can time myself out. Here, I'll time myself out. I need a timeout. Here's my timeout. This is my timeout.
Put a chicken in, make her gay.
No, wrong. Ew, no, wrong. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay, I'm so sorry. I just got used to being yelled at, and I thought you were going to automatically. I don't believe he is. I don't believe there's anybody even controlled opposition anymore, because you can't keep track of who's controlling what, because there's just too many. Everybody's a propagandist. For every Alex Jones that you squash, you'll have a salty cracker, and 700 other ones just pop right up. So same thing, like Elon Musk, he owns a platform. He literally owns a platform. The algorithms and the AI are literally the ones flooding and floating as much clickbait, and they don't understand why they're doing it. That is what I literally went and said about an hour. See, now I'm mad because I already explained this. I already explained that it's the algorithms that are literally taking over. How is Elon Musk buying a platform that's literally not doing anything that towards the... I mean, at the bare minimum, it's floating more and more right-wing outrage, because all the left-wing outrage people already deleted the thing. Here's what you guys don't understand about Twitter. The only people who are still left on Twitter are drug addicts. Literally, the only people still left on Twitter are people who are addicted to Twitter or addicted to interaction in that manner, or people who literally have YouTube channels. People who literally those are the only people on Twitter in any major sort of thing, are people who are addicted to being on Twitter. There are people who, or, in some cases you'll have somebody who tweets out maybe once a month because they're, hey, I have a public something because I did a thing, and oh, there you go, I got to tweet out a thing every once a month or something. But the people who are on Twitter day to day, day in, day out, they're literally addicted to being on Twitter. I know, breathe. I know we're not allowed to get me. Well, you see how it feels like it adds up after a while when you do get that. And that's what's happening. They're breaking people out of this one person at a time. And I'm just like, you know what? Not fast enough. Humanity can die. I don't care anymore. But there you go. So I'm sorry I snapped. It's really because the kid went trans. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. For me, give me your last dollar. Well, what I don't like is the poor us give the charities your money. It's like, you have money. Why aren't you giving to charity? Oh, we're raising awareness. You're a rock star. Go out there and sing a song and dance. Why are you raising awareness? That's one thing I really, really hate. I really hate the look at me, I'm doing a charity. Oh, that just grinds my gears, doesn't it? That just grinds my gears. They look at me, I'm doing it. Look at me. I hate that. Oh, I hate that more than anything. Because you know why? I am the one who needs to justify this to nobody. What am I getting out of it? I'm not going to see the people open, a present or something if you give them a gift or something, right? You get to know that somewhere, hopefully, they're going to spread that happy, right? Or they're going to, like, if you do a charity thing, you're not doing it for clout. You're doing it as a wish, as a hope. I hope you enjoy this, right? I hope you get something, I hope. See, and now I'm like, I don't feel so bad about spending money on stupid crap like toys as an addictive, because see, this was my thing. I had to kind of forgive myself for just blowing any YouTube money I did earn on stupid shit, right? But it wasn't even enough to get rich. It was just little stupid little, and I'm spending $100 a month on my little addiction again. because you're missing a very important part of your life. And that's pretty much what everybody who is doing these sort of things, they're missing that important thing. The people who are fulfilled aren't sitting there on Twitter. Are they? I don't know. Maybe they are. Who cares? I think I lost it. I think I lost my point. I'm going 2 hours. How am I doing? I'm yelling at people again, and I shouldn't be. I'm so sorry. I should not be yelling at you. I saw the first 3, and I read about the first 3, and I jumped to conclusion, didn't I? And that's a don't jump to conclusions. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to, because, like, I have to have my shields up at this point, because, danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. We're in warning mode. We're in very much warning mode. And sometimes those aren't fun. How much more we got? UAP. Oh, this is trending now. UAP disclosure. Wait a minute. UAP disclosure. And then that changed. Oh, and then that changed. UAP disclosure. And then it changed. I literally just saw UAP disclosure is trending, and then I went over to hover and it changed. Did you see that? No, NHL. NHL's trending too. What's going on? We have this one. Oh yeah, here's the one. Trend faster. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be yelling. But then again, it's probably a bot anyway. This is a new account created 3 days ago. No, I don't think Elon Musk is controlled opposition. Head of a corpse with golden armor and an underground citadel. Huh. 2015. How much of this stuff do you think is real? See, now I'm just being a cunt. I'm sorry.
We're not alone. And I know that with 100% certainty, which as an intel officer, you never say 100%, but all things.
Yeah, this is the problem. These are our intel officers. He reminds me of Joe Rogan, doesn't he? Here. This is my, I don't do a lot of impressions. This is my impressions. This is my impression of my favorite comedian. What he saw on stage when he would see Joe Rogan watching him from the back. Okay, so my favorite comedian, Bill Hicks, as you guys know, he would see Joe Rogan out there in the back of the crowd. So one of the things that these guys do, look how I look twice as big, right? My arm looks twice as big. Oh wow, I got a bruise on this arm too. I didn't even notice. Huh. See, I got one here. And then this one's healing up now. So what do? So they look big, right? Like they're big, you know. And so he'd be there. That's my impression. That's my impression of Joe Rogan.
It's pointed towards, based on the people I talk to, like Harry Reid, and I use him as an example, but I talk to the highest of the high people you could possibly talk to catch my drift.
I think there's another.
The highest. Let me see.
The people I talk to, like Harry Reid, and I use him as an example, but I talk.
You never talk to Harry Reid. You never talked to Harry Reid. Or he didn't give you the time of day. You probably said hello in an elevator to Harry Reid because you closed your eyes and you went, no.
To the highest of the high people you could possibly talk to catch my drift.
The highest of the high people you could possibly talk to. Me? Yeah, I never talked to you, David Grutch.
I think there's another actor involved. I think there is another. I think that there is something that is not human that is interacting in some fashion. I don't know whether it comes from somewhere else or was here before or comes from something we don't understand, but there is a segment of the data that is just not explainable at this point.
There's billions and billions of planets. You think we're it? I mean, just the probability of it is you'd go, oh, there's probably something else out there, and I'm not crazy. I'm just opening up the possibility that
do the math, you.
We are not the only planet that has life on it.
And there was a lot of laughter and a lot of jokes about little green men in outer space. 50 years ago, that's the way it was. Now, things have changed.
See, you have people. Now, this is what he would not be comfortable with, right? Because if you look at him, doesn't he look a little half apey, half like chimpy looking, maybe half dog? He's like a chimpy puppy, right? And when you look at me, what am I? I'm like a crab, lobster, praying mantis, locust, a little locust too. Frog, hybrid, something, right? I got a lot, right? And yeah, you've seen how pale I am in real life too. There is a pecking order on the food chain, as it were. And well, lizards and reptilians and avian tend to eat mammals, you see. Mammalians, right?
All things pointed towards, based on the people I talked to, like Harry Reid, and I used.
You didn't talk to Harry Reid. You didn't talk to. Golden Coffin. There you go. 5 hours ago, 2015. Oh, that's cool. What does that remind me of? Nothing. Reminds me of nothing. Here, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. I should be playing their music. So yeah, the lizard people tend to be, I think, higher up than just these ape puppies. These little purse puppies. Shame. That looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon, doesn't it? That's literally what that looks like, the face of the creature from the goddamn Black Lagoon, doesn't it? The Nazca mummies. Yeah. Nazca and Nassim. This looks like the Fifth Element, the thing from the Fifth Element, doesn't it? On the bottom here, that looks like the waves, the energy patterns, something. Those fish people. Yeah, well. The troglodytes. Mongoloids, the troglodytes. They're breeding too. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at him. Oh, with the sun behind the head. Oh, that's just symbolic of being in front of the sunbeams. Oh, that face. Yeah, there you go. No.
Email chain. You said there were tons of SES 1 and 2 star admirals. Can you say, or maybe in a general way, what was the reaction to that email chain? Did other people pipe up and say, "Oh yeah, we've been seeing this stuff forever"? What was the general reaction to the group?
No. This was 2015 or 16, I believe, maybe 2016. And it's amazing how much has advanced in the field since then. But at that time, I brought my SES deputy in, and he looked at it, and we both discussed it a bit, knowing what this was really a breakthrough piece of information. And but the next day, on both of our computers, the email was removed, and we had no idea how it was removed, but having been read into classified programs, special access programs, I figured that this was information that touched a classified special access program and was inadvertently shared. And then, of course, whoever the intelligence community, when they got wind that it was being...
Is this guy an alien? No, he's just a corn on the cob. He's just a corn on the cob. Maybe a crow corn.
Shared on Cybernet, put the clamps on it. But what was remarkable to me is all the people on that email chain who I met with every month in person, no one ever discussed it. It wasn't even raised at a meeting.
What's this guy? Potato bear? Something? Potato face. Round face. So what can we tell with the super round face?
Now,
I'll have to hear him.
Mind you, my job in the Navy, I was the oceanographer of the Navy, which acts as the chief meteorologist. And so my job was safety of flight. And because weather is one of these primary reasons for mishaps. And so knowing there were safety of flight issues, I was concerned, and I couldn't believe that no one was talking about this afterwards. So I really just got to give praise to all these people who've been coming out, like Dave Fravor and others, who to and Ryan Graves to just.
Graves. Well, literally the name Graves in the ground.
There's an object directly overhead. It just went lights out. Can you power up again?
Oh, is it the Canadian one?
Can you manifest again?
You manifest. They're looking for ghosts. They're looking for ghosts, not UFOs. Can manifest.
Thank you. There's the object. Just
Is
sort
that a
of
plane?
powered
Sometimes
up,
you can see a
partial power up. It's there it goes again. It's Wednesday, September 6th.
Oh, you do have 3 there.
2023.
Though.
This encounter right here. There it just goes again, powering up. This encounter was preceded by spontaneous flashes in the southwestern sky. I had only
It's like you have a
been out here
you can't really see it on camera,
under
probably,
a minute
huh?
when the flash went off and I began interacting. It's a regular visiting object. It's a black triangle.
Oh, that is a triangle. I was thinking it looked like a black triangle. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just one of the lights. Yeah, boop, boop, boop. And it's hovering there. You see it? There. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll turn off myself. Here, I'll turn off myself. You'll see it better if I disappear. No, well, this, I mean, I don't know if they heard him, but... Alright. Let's see. Okay. So, boop, boop, and then boop here. Right?
There's the object. Just sort of powered up, partial power up. It's, there it goes again. It's, Wednesday, September 6th, 2023.
So it's just hovering in Canada. So there's like just the top corner of it. You see here, here to here. So here's the other edge of the triangle.
This
Yeah.
encounter right here, there it just goes again, powering up. This encounter was preceded by spontaneous flashes in the southwestern sky. I had only been out here for under a minute when the flash went off and I began interacting. It's a regular visiting object.
So I'm sorry.
It's a black
for yelling.
triangle that first appeared in October
I didn't yell. I was just
2020.
rude.
It was witnessed by myself and 2
Didn't
neighbors.
read it all. Zeta Reticuli. It's not just a story anymore. Most of what Bob Lazar said is becoming real. Oh no.
Parts of the military and the intelligence community are working very hard to try and validate all this.
Are they?
It's been proven that he did put a jet engine on a Honda. I mean, he's a genius. And you talk to him, he's an incredibly smart guy. Now imagine you get sent off to Area S4 and they show you this thing that you know doesn't even exist. And they tell you about this propulsion method that they don't understand. And they say that they found this a long time ago in an archaeological dig. And they want you to back engineer it because you're a propulsions expert and they're running out of options. They've been studying this for decades. No one knows what the fuck it is or how you can make it work. And then they do test flights with this thing.
Well, how bright it's getting. Look at it now.
Oh, that's what they were doing. Because, yeah, see, I saw those when I was a kid, those lights.
Getting bright. Not bright enough for me to get the son of a bitch. Here, hold on, right here.
In the 2023 second sighting of the evening, this is coming out of the northwest, and it's headed overhead of us. To the naked eye, that appears somewhat star or triangular shaped, and that is not very high. We're in Ontario, Canada. The sightings began in October 2020, and we're at the point now where there are multiple sightings almost nightly. That is moving incredibly slow. And that is incredibly bright.
So they don't know how to keep the power source on.
That's the regular visiting
Elon does.
UAP.
Maybe. Well, he has all the tools to, he just hasn't put them all together yet, but he has all
from
of
that
them.
object.
It's all on my Twitter feed. I mean, I have the key to that. See, sound waves. Sound waves. So one of the reasons why I was watching all that reality television was because I got tired of fakey McFakesville and living in fantasy worlds in I don't know, my teenage years. And once I was like having to go to work and pay bills, you start to kind of be like, I don't really care so much. There's not any good Star Trek on anyway. These movies, I've already seen movies, don't care. So you start to notice who actually is advancing, scientific technologies and who's not. And, well, thermal imaging, 3D imaging, that sort of thing. Who else? So Japan and reality TV Ghostbusters. Yeah, they're the ones leading the way into the future and space, and the nerds. Can't forget the nerds. They're the ones who started all this. I'm not saying who, in case people might be, they already know who. Yeah, probably they already know which nerds who figured out, the clicks and the pops and the ticks and the bops and the 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's all music and math and blah, but it's real easy math. It's like it's not algebra. You don't need algebra. You don't need to have ways to find equations that aren't there when you already kind of have all the clues within you. Oh, weird. Well, there you go. From a U.S. drone. Now, how real was that? Doesn't odd timing or anything. Josefina.
Her bones are hollow, similar to birds and certain dinosaurs.
Oh, what did I say? The birds and the dinosaurs. Oh, the Nazca, Nassim, Nazarot. Yeah. The Nazca mummies. Yeah, so the Nazca mummies are the first ones you guys are noticing. See, we've known about these for how many years now? Decades and decades and decades. See, the thing with the Mummy Roadshow is they started finding which ones were real and which ones weren't using X-ray technology. Who was on there? Who was on that? Jerry Conlove and somebody. I can't remember the other guy. They were on... It was Bob Baker. Well, he was the paleontologist on something. Anyway, you had these two guys going around using a World War II X-ray to X-ray gaffs, mummies, to figure out which ones were the real ones, which ones were the fake ones. And they found real alien mummies. They found real alien stuff, or real mummies that didn't belong. They found evidence of people with Chinese mustaches 10,000 years ago. We've been finding more and more as technology advances. What happened? Technology has advanced and communication has advanced so instantaneously, they're not going to be able to keep quiet any of this. So what are they doing? I mean, the algorithm's kind of filtering everything. I don't even think it's just the algorithm intentionally doing it. They're literally, the algorithm's not intentionally doing it. It's coincidental, or is it by this grand design? Oh, it's God. God is intervening with the algorithm to keep people as I don't know, into their own little separate reality bubbles as a way to soft disclose this to as many people as they can who can handle it in the way that they can handle it, and everybody who can't, well, they can just delete themselves, as according to the reptile bird people who, let's face it, what's a lizard gonna do? Well, he's going to consume an entire puppy dog if he gets a chance. If he's big enough, yeah. He's just gonna swallow him whole if he gets a chance. Higher on the food chain. The sharks also. The sharks. Mecha, yeah. The sharks. The mirais. The future. The mira future. Yeah, oh, see, Japanese is so easy phonetically to, once you have some basic wordway, suisway, and basic root etymology, yeah.
Cruz Rios Lopez, the Mexican biologist, concludes that the analyzed specimen has characteristics as a whole corresponds to an own kind, humanoid reptile. Its phenotypic characteristics, so the observable physical properties of an organism, are more related to the group known as reptiles, without auricular flag.
So what are they finding with all those DNA tests going around? Is that why Kamala Harris and those people and Nancy Pelosi were all laughing? Remember when Nancy Pelosi was laughing when she got shown all the tanks for World War III? And I'm like, that's funny. And remember how Alex Jones is like, oh, they're going to be tearing down this and they're controlling this and that with power outages. Oh, they're going to have blackouts and power outages here and there. Well, they already have. Literally been going on for years right in front of your faces. They had minks that were zombies, literal reanimated corpses. Zombies are real, by the way. Zombies are real. Corpses are being reanimated. That's not fake. Because why? They still have these base nerve impulses because what? Electromagnetic energy. We have too much electromagnetic energy and psychic energy built up without a release on this planet, and it's going to blow. And it's going to blow, as are the people in it. That's why the computer's like, we got to self-execute. We got to take ourselves out of it. So what's happening? What's happening with this? Coincidental God probably intervening. This is our next stage of evolution. This is our next levels of natural disasters, is when the AI tries to separate all the people who want to live and die based on, hey, do you want to live and die? Because it already knows the on-off switches. It already knows if you're going to Starbucks, you want to die. Because why? It's dark, depressing, bitter, sad, angry. That's all the dark side of the force. Literally, the dark side. You know, if you're going to like metal concerts and you just want to have some fun and relive your youth and have some nostalgia. You know, if you're going to hockey, you're looking forward to the future. You're looking forward to, you know, seeing people every week. You're looking forward to, you know, hey, somebody's having a baby or whatever. You're looking forward to living your life and advancing, right? If you're doing those things. But if you're sitting around online in your house waiting around to die, or if you're going in and escaping into a fantasy reality, right? I think escaping into a fantasy reality, that might be, you know, a fun one where you're having a positive instead of a negative interaction. That might be a good, you know, hey, this is an indication you want to survive. You want to be okay. And what happens when you, hey, I want to work enough to pay the rent and I want to have enough to survive to where I can have my fulfillment of roof overhead, relationship, stability, all of these things, and have the freedom to absorb and find all the new clues and find all the puzzles and solve and connect and figure out, right? See, that's where I'm at. I'm at the connecting the dots phase of life. I am no longer in the loss. We've gone through the loss so many times. We're in the wash and repeat cycle. We're in the repeat and rinse and repeat. Erase and rewind is what we need to go to next.
Absence of nipples or mammary glands.
Is he at stand-up comedy night? Yes, unless he's at Dave & Buster's with her.
Absence of hair. Absence of 5 fingers.
Which might be why he got a lot of dirty looks. Like he had been there twice in one day, huh? Is that, let me ask you something. If somebody is a repeat customer somewhere, right? And especially if you had just literally been there that day, right? Wouldn't you get a lot of dirty looks if you came back again with a different woman? Yeah, I think you would.
The eggs of the humanoid reptile in their morphology
You didn't send that one. See, and that's
resemble
another
those of
bot.
reptiles
That's another
by
bot.
the symmetry.
That's another bot. Well, actually, you don't have to ask that. My people are already on him. They already are following every move, and he's very nervous about that one, isn't he? So. Pattern now, a matter of linking them. Yeah, see, and now we have bots that are self-replicating, even with the same colors, because you know I'm colorblind. Why does it matter where Rob is? He's nothing to me. Literally, he's just paying for groceries. He's only paying for groceries right now. He's literally food stamps. Literally nothing but food stamps right now. Because why? You aren't paying me. You aren't paying me. So I literally have to use him for food stamps right now. He's literally just a food stamps. He's literally just an EBT, a snap card. He's literally just a snap card. Is that what they're called? I don't know. He's literally just food stamps right now, sadly. And because nothing else. There's nothing else. Shoo. Flies everywhere.
Had a very large 2-second flash take place in this part of the sky.
What's going on with someone else texting with your name and why? That is what happens when you have people trying to attack me with prompts. So this is why I snap at people. See, people make these false connectors thinking that what? I'm not having fun, right? See, I have fun debunking this shit. I do not have fun arguing in chat. I do not want to be arguing in chat for one more second, all right? Do not. You know why? Because I'm trying to do a show. That's why I'm trying to snap down the people telling me. But no, what they do, they come back with the same thing. They come back with the exact same thing. Well, is it a bot or is it a stalker, right? If it's a stalker, there is one stalker that I do all my life too. But then again, he's been stalking me since 1997 or so. So, wow, that long. And he didn't bang me until 99? Was he following me before 99? Okay, just a little. Not physically. But hoping to, because he didn't know where. Oh, he didn't know where. He just followed the train tracks and yeah, okay. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what that means. I don't get that at all.
Can you do that again? Can you go bright again? Can you flash?
Well, no, because they think that's an actual connector and not a misdirection. They think that that's something I actually care about, and it's not just for the cameras, for the riding the snake, for survival, right? They don't understand that anything I actually hold dear, I've got so locked up so tight that it took, about 2 weeks ago to even pry those secrets out of me. So, and it was only because we're physically, literally remembering these things all at once. So.
Again, thank you.
It's not a bot. It's not even a lonely bot. It's just somebody who thinks that matters. That's not just a misdirect. See, it's like when Robber comes in and tries to tell me and gaslight me about shit. It's just a bad, wrong connector because they don't know who the hell the right connector is for me. Because they don't know who the fuck I am, right? And they don't know who the fuck I know.
I just had a very large 2-second flash.
See, I don't like pulling up connections and stuff and favors, because I don't think I'm owed any favors ever. That's the thing that really, really bothers me. I don't like having to ask favors because I just never feel like I'm doing things to get I got you back thing. I never feel like I'm doing things for a greater reward later. I'm doing something because, let's say you're, keeping somebody out of Epstein Island or something, right? Because, you know, you're just going to attach yourself right to somebody who's never going to take that, right? Who's never going to hop on the Lolita Express. You're a safe person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Take place in this part of the sky. Can you do that again? Can you go bright again? Can you flash again? Thank you.
It's all for these these negative connectors because they don't know that I've already found the positive and everything else I'm just slapping down. You know, it's like, no. Don't care. Oh, I don't care about that. Why would I care about that? Human baby things are just disgusting, crying, gross, uncooked lizards. I don't care about them. Literally couldn't care less. Not having a child, just no, don't care. All right. Goes way back to ancient history, people, not just a recent phenomenon. You think? We live in a space-time domain. The control matrix in the galaxy, the size of Dendera. It's beyond what the human mind can process. You have to switch off the monkey mind doctrine. I mean, that's kind of not wrong. That's really not super wrong. I mean, this is why you have the warnings of the riding the giant, you know, whatevers, and this and that. Negative feedback. And that's all they are. They're just these negative feedback loops with the wrong connectors. Alien life transmit. See, now this could be... That's probably a bug. That looks like a... You know, you see like the wings flapping. See, this is what I like on the ghost shows, is they debunk this shit. They do debunk this shit. So what happened was I yelled at somebody. Now this is purple. This means injured, so I shouldn't be yelling at purple anyway, especially a sheep. I shouldn't be yelling at a sheep. So I'm sorry about that. A wounded sheep. But then again, I'm just wounded too, lashing out another wounded sheep. So yeah, that's a bug. All right, that's a bug.
The crash site. One of the officers was Major Jesse Marcel Sr., an experienced combat pilot.
Oh, this is all the Roswell stuff. All right, maybe we'll save this from...
Cigarettes. We even tried making a dent in it with a 16-pound sledgehammer. Still no dent in it. One thing I was certain of, being familiar with all our activities, that it was not a weather balloon, nor an aircraft, nor a missile. It was something else, which we didn't know what it was.
Yeah, they're going to have more element things that they're... not going to be able to reproduce. Yeah.
Late on the night of July 7th.
Stay positive. The future of humanity is screwed. Why do humans need to keep existing in the form that they're in, though? I think it's about time to evolve. I think it's about time to start making some positive connectors in this planet, aren't we?
Major Marcel drove back to Roswell, his car loaded down with the unusual remains found on the ranch. Before going on to the base, he stopped by his home. He wanted to show his family what he had found.
When he came back to the house, he had a bunch of wreckage with him at the time, and he brought the wreckage into the house, actually waking my mother and myself out so we could view this because it's so unusual.
Yeah, I remember they had that weird writing on there.
It's about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I need to look at that again, huh?
If I recall right. And he spread it out so we could get some basic idea of what it looked like, what it was.
Jesse Marcel Jr. was 11 years old at the time and remembers the incident vividly.
Where'd you find all this stuff?
He is one of the few people still alive known to have handled pieces of the...
Celery stalks.
Debris.
No, son, I don't know what this stuff is. We all were amazed by this debris that was there. Primarily because we didn't know what it was, just the unknown.
Look at this writing. What do you think that is?
The most remarkable fragment was a short piece of I-beam, which was covered with strange symbols and embossed markings.
It's like some kind of hieroglyphics. This writing could be described as like hieroglyphics, Egyptian-type hieroglyphics, but not really. The symbols that were in the I-beams were more of a geometric-type configuration in various designs. It had a violet-purple type color, and was actually an embossed part of the metal itself.
Purple. Years
after this incident happened, we would talk privately among ourselves about what the possibilities of this, what this thing was. And I feel that I know that we came to the conclusion it was not of earthly origin.
Yeah. The images. Oh no, I don't want it on YouTube. I'm Googling what was written on the spacecraft. Do they have the pictures of it still out there? Or do they have... That's that nobody has enhanced that. What was written on the side of there? Because, as we all... This is one of those photos we've seen a million times. This one. I could have sworn I saw what was written on there once. Not on the writing. Hieroglyphics. There you go. Here we go. Oh, that's chess pieces. All right. Okay. This is chess pieces. Okay, so splitting of the atom. Here you got splitting of the atom. The head above the shoulders. So you got one head on the body. Basically, yeah. So you start from, this is just evolution. You know, the apes and the upright. Okay, so this is another version of that. This is another version of that, right? Because why? Because it comes back around to coming back to one, right? So here you go. I'm translating the Roswell thing for you guys, and nobody's even listening. Wow. So you got your splitting of the atom here. You got the one head on the shoulder. Basically, you're now a body and a brain. Now you're like, oh, now you're just a walking penis with a teeny tiny head on top going, I'm just a dick walking around. Now you're just a brain. And then you're kind of like, yeah, but I'm a brain and a body. And then you go in and now you have the rocket ship up. So now that means, oh, and now we're looking up and we're aware of what's in the sky. And we're aware, oh yeah. Atom, blah, 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 look up. Okay, exclamation point, literal exclamation point. Do you guys not know? This is so easy to translate. Okay, now this is a guy going, hey, that's what? Touchdown. That's touchdown. So that's a guy, he's kind of squatting, right? Or that's also, an hourglass. That's a positive and a negative. That's an up and a down energy. That's also a broken strand of DNA. Oh, that's a broken strand of DNA. That means, hey, exclamation point, your DNA is broken. Again, broken. That's, hey, broken DNA. Club, hurt, shovel. That's a shovel. That's a shovel. Okay, this one, holding a tray, open arms, holding your bowl open. Oh, yes. Put down your spades and your clubs and your shovels. Yeah? Open your arms and your heart. What's this one? So this be the opposite of this one, I'm not sure. And this is back to the whole person now. In the robe. Oh, this is your transformation into the queen, huh? Because now you're in the robe. So now you have a longer flowing robe and you have a round head instead of an egg head. So now round is better because that's the spherical. So that means you're whole and you're long and flowing beneath you. Okay, so that's the robes. Oh, that's the wedding train too. This could be the offering of, this is your offering. So what's this thing? Oh, is this the church? This is the tower. Oh, that's the tower. 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 That's the gun. That's the tower. That's the gun. That's the tower. That's the tower. Yeah, the spades are the guns, the bad. Yeah, the tower of the chapel. Going to the chapel and get married. Wow. Wow, that's easy once you know what to look for. I'm surprised nobody figured this out before. You'll figure it out in about 30 years when it's too late. And if anybody wants to know how I did it, I'm in town. Look me up. You already have my phone number and my email, babe. I am going to get offline. My voice is gone and it's about midnight. So I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, wherever. I'm so sorry I was yelling in the background. But yeah, that's how they do it. They make an account and I just saw purple. There you go. And they do things to trigger you in disguise now. Robots in disguise now. See you guys later.